I'm waiting for a few minutes because I go wait for the little symbol up top. Here we go. I was sitting here getting everything ready at 10:40, and then crash, bang, boom, animals! I had to clean everything up. It took me a little minute. There was stuff, lots of stuff.
It
I
was a
love
mess.
my animals. I love them so much. Wait, I can't do that. It's YouTube. I can't. Wow, has they gotten sensitive?
Oh gosh, yes. Sorry.
They have. Oh yeah, this. I bought a useless item that is not useless if you live where there are bugs. Let me tell you something. The biggest fear I had, because this is like, okay, not to go all water girly, but the hydroflow.
But to go water girly.
Which honestly, I gotta say, oh yeah. Also, they dented the bottom of my hydroflow. The cat.
Bastards. Oh yeah.
It used to rock solid.
Uh-huh.
And now it goes. I'm like, so now, because I know that releases the seal, I'm now probably gonna have to buy even that tiny little dent. I'm probably gonna have to buy another one, which I know where I can get it, but I love this one. But anyways, one of my biggest fears, especially when you guys know when the AC broke, was something getting in here. Well, it is almost completely waterproof. Like I can turn it sideways, no issues. And you can see the water is right there.
Mm-hmm.
So because the suction is so good, all I gotta do, I didn't know these things existed. Guys, I had no idea this was a thing. Thank you, Stanley girlies. Because of you, I have this. And like I found out you can accessorize a Stanley, so you bet your ass. I went around looking what would fit this. So far, only this. I got a 3-pack. Starman was not pleased with it. He's like, that's a useless purchase. I'm like, watch out, I'll go buy more. But I was like, look how cute it is. Look how aesthetic. Okay.
It's very pretty.
Is this not Starthon aesthetic? Thank you. There's a blue one too, but I felt like this looked better.
It does.
But anyways, sorry we missed you guys. I want to say we missed 2 weeks.
We're unsure. We tried to figure it out.
That's math. I know she's better at it than I am, but that's math. That's great.
I mean, we missed the 26th, and then
I think she's looking at the actual
19th. We must have missed the 19th because my birthday was the 15th. So,
you know what? I think we did. I'm recalling that a little more now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were like, yeah, it's your birthday. You're going to be going out. And I forget what occurred. But yes. And so it's just been stuff. I know I've tagged her in some things we were going to do on Twitter, which you're going to have to post the links up for, because I still have not accessed my Twitter on this computer. I'm lazy. I admit it. Before we talk about any of that, how was your birthday, Har?
It was very good. I was very happy with it.
Did you get anything?
I did. Now it did arrive a little after my birthday because, shipping and all that.
Of course.
But there's a few things. The only reason I opened... Huh?
I'm telling them I literally don't know. She wouldn't show me off camera, so that's why I was like, I want to see.
There's a couple boxes. I literally wasn't going to open the big box until after it got here, until after we did the thing, but the box came all ripped up. But thankfully, they do a very good job packaging, so I did have to open just to make sure everything was there. But I got tacos. I've got. I went with the whole dark rainbow collection, so got all those. And then I got myself the cleanup brush for the nails.
Nice.
Which actually comes with a cap. Hold on, I'm going to have to open this because I haven't looked at it in depth yet.
I will say Christine does a really good job of making sure that her product
is good.
Protected.
Like, hell yeah.
Even if she doesn't get it from stock, like she makes sure what she's purchasing is something that like that's a really good little brush, and it's really
nice.
Precise. She does a good job. She does a really good
job. it's for cleaning up around the edges. So,
You're supposed to dip it in your nail polish remover.
and then you clean up around the edges. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm sitting here and when I'm doing my nails. Is I'm usually cleaning up the edges of the nails.
I loved the latex. So now I didn't get this from her, but I found out that, like, because I used to watch those nail videos all the time. And I was like, I kept seeing them put this goo around their finger, and I was like, what is that? And it took me forever because this was back in like 2016 when the comments were really dangerous. Back then, you just could not. Nobody would say anything, and nobody had links to anything. So I had to like keep searching. And I think like about 4 months in, I finally figured out it was latex, liquid latex. And it's
which she does have some of.
Oh, she does now?
Yeah, she does.
Only problem with it is, guys, anyone out there that wants to take it up, never do this. When you put liquid latex on, because what's going to happen is the moment you separate your fingers, it pops off and it messes up everything.
Yep. I wish I was 25. God, I wish I was 25.
You're only 25. You're great.
I'm so old.
I just want my 25-year-old knees. I will do everything else. Just give me the knees. Hi, Big T. He just had his birthday. Are you feeling any better?
I hope he is. Chris, I forgot to open this one and I don't have a sharp object up here.
Not your nail?
It's too tough for my nails. So it's just the other half of the Dark Rainbow collection.
Oh, a pen works really well if you jab it in the middle.
I was trying. It wouldn't go through.
So weak.
She got some serious tape on these things. I'm not kidding.
You made sure it was secure. I'm glad you're feeling better, Tony.
So then the big one, the one that I know is going to make you just...
She went to space!
I got the box. I love the boxes. Jeez. I have issues with the boxes, but yeah.
Look at that. I don't care if we sound like little brand girlies right now, okay? This is a fellow YouTuber, okay, that we are praising. Thank you.
And she did an amazing, she does an amazing job with them. I mean, they're
literally
great quality.
She will exhaust the reserves of glitter.
Yeah.
Like
hollow glitter, the holographic glitter. I'm pretty sure they had to start making more just for her.
Because of her. Because she set out to make a really good formula. The thing is, like, if there's one thing, if you like glitter like I do, I don't know how much in comparison to me Horror likes glitter, but I love glitter nails. I always have. And what always bothered me, if you're a girl and you did your nails, you never knew how to get your nails like that solid piece of glitter. And you'd always paint it and you'd be like, why doesn't this do what it's supposed to do?
Now, the only thing that appears to be missing is I thought I was supposed to get a free one of those magnetic wands. Maybe that fell out in the box.
I was going to say, check inside somewhere. Maybe it's in a bag on the bottom, because I know it's not very big.
No. When I say the box was torn, I mean there was a gigantic hole, like someone had put their hand in the box. So this had actually been packed into this box. So that was fine. But the wand is MIA, but I'll probably just go and buy one from her, because what the fuck.
So, fun fact about that name, it's called Hollow Taco because she's Canadian, and her accent, when she'd say top coat, it sounded like she was saying taco. So that's how she did all that stuff.
Yeah. It's funny how that kind of name just worked out for her.
It's just a really, it's very catchy. She did a really good, I don't know who she got to design the logo. I know she went over that like years ago. I haven't paid attention. But I will say that the best nail kit I've ever gotten, and I've bought quite a few, it's not a real taco. No
real tacos.
It's the only taco I like. It's true story. It's the only taco that I go crazy for. That's my Taco Tuesday, But
I typically do it on Mondays, so
only while we're on here. But whatchamacallit. But yeah, I really like the brand a lot.
Yeah, cannot speak highly enough, honestly. Everything I've gotten from her has been of excellent quality.
Like, literally, I plan on buying a second nail kit just because my first nail kit got a little beat up
I
Two
need
nail
to buy a
kit.
second nail kit because Sydney ate my first one.
Oh
He
no.
did. He ate it.
Sydney,
That
why?
dog eats everything.
Why are
I
you
bought
so
him. Oh God! So he has some of the worst separation anxiety of any dog I've ever owned in my life. So when I've been leaving the house, I've got these dog toys where you hide the treats in them,
Yup.
and I give them to him right, literally as I'm stepping out the door. I give it to him and I leave. And I got this cute little snake that rolls up like a snail that you hide the treats in the back. And so that was working great. And then I think he realized that, well, no, he knew where the treats were supposed to be. And there weren't any treats there. And he thought, maybe if I just keep chewing. And he's basically chewed the snake in half.
Oh my God, Penny might actually use a regular litter box today.
Oh God.
I was so excited. I hate
Yeah, he did eat my mother's antibiotics as well. Not the
oh,
whole thing. He only probably ingested about a quarter of one.
the
But
doo-doos that must have come from that.
nah, it wasn't that bad. A little gassy, but he really didn't get that much of it. He did pulverize a couple because they were in the blister packs. So he did pulverize a couple in the blister pack, but we don't think he ingested all that much. But yeah, he's a special boy.
So special. See, Penny's one of the cats that I got mad at earlier, guys. And she keeps hovering around me now. Like she wants to come over, she keeps looking at me. But she can't. So she just keeps looking around and sniffing around and then looking back at me like, Mom.
Is it okay yet, Mom?
But whatchamacallit. So, are you going to be doing your nails today then?
I am. I just took all of these out of the box.
We're like,
I take them all out of the box and then I put them in their big box. And
look at how beautiful it is. I know she obviously used like pretty much Mars and then space dust as a inspiration, but it's beautiful.
oh yeah.
So let's get into because I found a bunch of videos. I sent them to Horror's Instagram today about animals. I found a bunch of stuff for us to look
I
at.
like that name.
What is it?
Let's see if we can.
A white blab.
Yeah, my light's right there. That one's I'm Rover it.
I love I gotta say, I love sparkly, rusty colors. I think there's just something so pretty about them. But so again, guys, the dog group is the gift.
Oh my God.
I can never leave it. They're gonna have to kick me out because like every time I think I've seen fuckery, they just come around and add more in. There's this video of this woman, of they them, who she made this video about number one, she's a force-free dog trainer. So automatically I already think less of her. I'm sorry. She said you should never resource guard train your dog. That there's no reason you should be sticking your hand in your dog's bowl. And even to the point where she said, if you must, leave the room. And I said, in the dog group, because everyone's like, this isn't clueless, this is very smart. Well, number one, guys, I've given Orion pork chops, right? And when I've given him pork chops, sometimes in the middle, because again, Orion's a big dog, and even though I give him the biggest bone, sometimes there is a long, flat square of pork skin. And because he's so big, he kind of just slurps it up. And on several occasions, it has gotten stuck right there on the roof of his mouth, and he can't get it out. And he starts to choke. Okay? Now, the reason why I state this is because the first time I gave him that, I had not done a very successful job of resource guard training him. And so when I tried to get it out of his mouth, Orion was snapping while he couldn't breathe. And he clamped his jaws shut because he did not want to give it up. And as I'm getting it out, he's trying to bite it back in. Okay? Which To this day, it's one of the most disgusting experiences I've ever had in my life. I promise you.
I've
So,
got that one beat technically, but
oh, well, so the next time it happened, after that, I had trained him, and Orion understood all things belong to moi. So if I'm reaching into you, I have him trained to spit it out. He knows what spit it out means. He goes, and so I like it, but he doesn't. Hello, Silva. And thank
hey,
you.
Silver.
All chats are open on all strings. Thank you, honey. And the second time I did it, it was extremely easy. And I was able to get in there with minimal grossness and yank out what I need to yank out and throw it out. And Orion understands that if I use the right tone and I tell him to drop it or stop, he understands that. If you, in my opinion, and this is what let me actually make sure I say exactly what I felt, because this bitch done pissed me off.
While she's looking for that, I'm going to say one of the things I genuinely appreciate about Sydney is it doesn't matter what he has. If he thinks he should have it or not, if I ask him, Sydney, what do you got? He will bring it to me. He will literally bring it to me and let me take it out of his mouth. Even if I'm going to be taking it away and throwing it away, he brings it to me. He is the goofiest little fucking dog.
Right. And that is something that I had to train, because again, Greta was great about that. Greta was always great. So like she had resource guarding. Christian, it's been too long. Hi. Here's what I said to her. I because she had comments limited, of course.
Of course.
If I need to leave the room just so my dog won't attack me over its food, we have a problem. Screw the BS. It's a dog. I'm taking the bowl if I need to, and it will learn to get over it. All my animals have, which is 100% true, because the fact is, at the end of the day, we're sitting go, well, that's not natural. There is literally nothing about owning a dog that is natural.
If you want the truth, it's actually 100% natural. If a dog that's higher up in the pecking order, despite the fact I read and that woman doesn't believe there are hierarchies in dogs, there are 100% hierarchies in dogs. I can give you a million different examples just in my house alone, how my dogs have their own little hierarchy. I'm at the top. And, but, where was I? Oh, yeah. When a dog up higher up the line wants something, they will absolutely go up and take it out of another dog's mouth. Just take it, because it's theirs. It's not that dog's, it's theirs.
And the thing is, the problem with it is that she's misconstruing when they say there's no hierarchy in dogs. Dogs don't have a set structure the same way ants do, or the same way hyenas do, or the same way certain other species do. It's not linear. It's not set. It can change very easily, but it still exists. Yes, there are more dominant dogs. There are more submissive dogs. To claim that there are not is, to me, a gross misuse of the words. No, there is no such thing as an out. Oh God, bless her for trying.
Oh no.
So she is standing on a litter box to go to the bathroom. She's standing on 2 litter boxes to go to the bathroom. Problem is, her ass be facing the wrong direction. She's. Hold on, I think I'm gonna try to get a photo before she runs.
While she takes that picture, I have an example of hierarchy in my house. Like I said, at the bottom of the hierarchy is Sydney. Sydney is the omega, the beta dog. He is absolutely the dog that if someone so much even snips, pretends like they might even think about nipping at him in his direction, that dog is on his back, legs in the air, totally submissed in of the blink of an eye. It is hilarious to watch, because he can beat the shit out of any of them, because he is about twice their size.
He's the biggest of them all,
except for his daddy. His about maybe 7 pounds smaller than him, but he could still beat his daddy's ass if he had to. So the fact that he is so willing to, at the drop of a goddamn hat, just roll on his back and give it up is hilarious. Now his daddy, on the other hand,
right?
The only person, the girl dogs, The girl dogs actually rule the roost. Grace is the more submissive of them, and for the most part, she doesn't pick a fight, but if it comes to it in the end, she will put it down and she will win. The old lady, Sophie, is the queen. She might be old, but that bitch will fight them all. And
Burrow, ever since he left, the cats don't know. Like none of the animals know what to do with themselves. Ever since he left, they don't know what's up or down. Animals have an absolute hierarchy. Even if it's not natural for them, even if they're not the same species, it's something where I've really had to. I regret looking at your early access stuff. You've scarred me for life. Huh?
What did you do?
I don't know. What did I do?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Tag me in it, Bubs. I have no idea what you're talking about. Whatchamacalls it though. But no, like it's something where it takes a while to look over certain things and understand what you're looking at. But it's like when 220, I don't know what that means. Just tag me in it.
No boobas.
No boobas. Well, maybe boobas. I don't know. There's only one thing I can think of that he's talking about.
Are you opening an OnlyFans?
Oh, he's talking about the preview I did for that video with Michelle.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna post it in general. Well, number one, that's the whole point of it being early access. You're not supposed to. And no, you're not. Because that ruins my finances. Don't do that. There's a reason why it's in the patron only, sir. Don't do that. And I mean it. But whatchamacalls it? That was because of that you owe me a pun. I'm gonna owe you a smack in a minute. But I'll hit you with the finances. You were about to. Whatchamacalls it though?
So happy with the color.
The video I did with Michelle.
Right.
Where whatchamacalls it? I was running away from the fat farm.
No, you were just supposed to be running. That one was funny though.
Oh my god, dude! All she wanted me to do was just run through my yard.
Right.
And if you want to get extra, go ahead.
Oh, you had us dying.
Dude, there's so many recordings I did because I made sure to whatchamacalls it. I made sure to do as many. I did it as if I was recording for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Would I build a story? And so I in my head built a story. And she didn't use I sent her a good 30 minutes of film. So just give you an idea.
My friend Starsan, the overachiever.
We have a group chat of all of us anti-Bopo people, and she's like, listen, Starsan went above and beyond. And I was like, I want to make sure if you're gonna ask, because you know me, I don't ask for collaborations. I think you had to ask me about this. I just don't ask people.
I think we kind of jointly came. It was just.
It was in the middle of the stream though. I think
was it?
It was.
Oh, we kind of got the idea, and because it's not like I asked, but we just said, we should, and then we did.
It was more like she was like, we should just on our own. Like, I'm not saying it like Hard was like, please, Starson, come and work with me. No. It wasn't like that. Hard doesn't need me. And she knows me, she got that all on her own. But
yeah, no, I don't.
Let me gas you up, bitch. My God. Like, let's see, the forest blue color projection makes everything look pale, washed out. Star looks like a vampire on this phone. Aww. But am I a pretty vampire?
I don't know. I like the fact that I'm suddenly a little more tan because I put so I wear the glasses, and so I put a polarized filter on my webcam because I got tired of seeing the glare in my glasses all the time. People can see my eyes now.
I know, right? They exist.
Look, I got them all.
They're there. Whatchamacalls it? Wasn't it? What we were? Oh, that's right. So, did you look at her profile that I sent you? By the way, that dog woman.
No, I haven't yet. Oh my god.
Her entire okay, so let me just go through her description, guys. Let's just start
I
there.
did watch the video, the one with the dog. I'm just as I'm watching and she's backing slowly out of the room from her dog. I'm like, this is not
Normal.
this isn't right. You're not your dog should not have its own bedroom to eat in. That is weird.
See, and Jasmine and I were talking about this. She's ready for the tea. Okay, so force-free R plus training. I don't even know what R plus fucking means. Reactive, fearful dogs, and she gives her degree. Apparently, her dog, Dave the doggo, UK and virtually everywhere, Asian-owned, non-binary.
Okay.
That should not be important. And then the very first thing on her profile.
Oh, go figure.
Is something that has nothing to do with dogs. Nothing. Nope. I don't need to know. And the thing is, she's anti-capitalism.
But she runs a business?
But she runs a business. Call and book today, but fuck capitalism. Because she said right here,
pay me money, but
like
exchange of goods and services, bad.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's like she literally in that video I sent you, if you look, she talks about capitalism in there too. One of the comments she said,
oh god, I'd much rather be shot.
I gotta find it. She was saying some retarded shit the whole time.
I've got too many good colors to try.
I know. You might have to do a whole variety, honestly. Oh, here it is. I think about exactly what you said about every time I feed my boys and someone talking to her. It makes so much sense. For some reason, there seems to be the idea that somehow perpetuated that we must make them work for everything they get. But I do not do that anymore. So glad you've moved past doing that. Clap, 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 clap. Well, it's capitalism. We are told as humans we have to earn a living. We have to earn the right to live, the right to exist, the right to have our basic needs met under capitalism. No wonder we think we need to impose that onto our dogs. But thankfully, we can choose not to. And our dogs do not have to live under the coercive systems that we live under. Okay, so I guess that means that a beehive is capitalism. I guess that means that a lion's pride is capitalism. I guess that means a zebra herd is capitalism, because guess what, kids? There is not a single being on this planet that doesn't have to put in work in order to be able to live. There is not a creature on this planet that can literally sit there and physically do nothing and be okay.
Here's the funny thing. Just to be alive, not to get yourself food, not to get yourself water, not anything else, just to literally exist. Your body puts in work all the time. Your heart beats, you breathe, your blood flows, your kidneys do shit. That in and of itself, right there, at the very basic definition of it all, is work. Nature does work. Nature works. Work happens. Work is fuck, now I forgot I normally know the equation off the top of my head, but
life is work.
Energy over time. That's what it is. So that is literally the physics definition of work is the amount of energy expended over a period of time. Your body expends energy as time goes. Everybody works, at least at that very basic level. Some people who are dead continue to work because they've been wired up to work. Your computer works. Your fridge works. Your car works. Everything works. Now, if you want to get really upset about it, stop breathing. Just go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. If you don't want to put in that work, you go right ahead. I'm all for it.
I'm throwing up $1 bill. He's spitting them bars.
You can go right ahead and stop all your work and hope somebody else breathes for you. It's not going to happen. But you sure can try.
You sure can. You know what? Give it that old college try while you're backing out because you're terrified of your dog biting you over its kibble. But here's what I will tell you, kids. Whether you like it or not, life is suffering. Okay? And this is something I get a really big... I love you, Bubs. There's chaos sometimes, but I love you. It's Here's what I will tell you guys. Like, this is why she pissed me off so very much. A lot of these socialists sit there and say they should not have to work for anything because at the same time they want to be able to have everything they want.
Our basic needs. Remember, they think basic needs include internet, include heat, include vacation time, include luxuries. They don't understand the difference between a luxury and a need. A need is things like food, and it doesn't have to be good food, just food that provides enough calories and vitamins to keep you alive. That is a need. Water is a need.
They've actually done a study. Technically, you could survive. You might not be the most physically fit. You could survive on salt, boiled potatoes, and water.
I mean, the Irish did for generations.
That's it. And the thing is, again, like, these same people that feel you shouldn't have to work to exist are then these force-free dog trainers who at least understand you've got to put in work to learn to be a dog trainer. You've got to put in work to be able to draw. You've got to be able to put in work to be able to make. They want these websites and these artistic jobs, and they want to be able to go to Starbucks and get their drinks. They want to be able to go to restaurants. But what about those workers? Oh, well, now they have to work, but they can just work for the joy of making you food while you bitch that their pancakes are not quite buttery enough. Yeah, because that sounds like a life. Like, here's my thing. I'm feeling judged. Listen, madam. You are so not what we're talking about. You hush 'em face.
I mean, you might be. I don't know.
Anyone who tells you otherwise is either lying or trying to sell you something.
Yep.
And it's true.
Pearls of wisdom from the Princess Bride.
It's here's what I will tell you. Life is suffering, princess. Anyways, Highness. He says Highness.
Your Highness.
As a matter of fact, that brings me to another wonderful, nothing to do with animals, but guys, when I tell you I had an emotional orgasm today, you need to understand this. I found one of the most wonderful people I think I ever will.
Oh.
And I shared some of her stuff to my stories. And I'm going to go find her because I want you all to follow her. Not that she needs me. She does not need me in the least, okay? I'll say this right now. This person does not require me to send anyone to her. She already has almost 300,000 subscribers. However, Sarut Chawla is a therapist on Instagram, okay? The very first thing I saw from her, I'm going to read it to you guys. And you're going to understand why. Socially acceptable, damaging advice. Nothing in the known universe is more important than your feelings. Make politics your entire personality. If you're offended, it's someone else's responsibility. You deserve to be validated 24/7 by the global population. Virtue signaling is more important than actual virtue. Consume like a voyeur and live like an exhibitionist. Treating adults like incapable, fragile, broken birds is empathy. This is the first thing I saw. And I was like, oh my God. This is a professional. She's talking like me. She's saying all the things I've been saying, but I gotten roasted for saying, I gotta see more. And so then I started looking. And guys, when I tell you, the things I have been saying, I've said to a lot of you guys, I said it in videos, and I've been called a bitch and unemotional and incompassionate? Uncompassionate for saying a very smart and intellectual therapist. I knew it could have been a therapist. I knew it all along.
The whole reason I'm not a therapist is because I knew I couldn't say that kind of shit to people in therapy.
When I tell you, dude, I'm trying. This is like, here we go. Tough pills to swallow. She has quite a few of these. You are an adult with power, agency, and responsibility. You are not helpless. You will offend others. People don't suddenly change. They reveal themselves. You don't deserve. Get out there and earn it. What you get out of life is directly proportional to your bravery. Every garden variety asshole is not a narcissist. If you cannot see the humanity in those you oppose, you are losing some of yours.
Yep.
And when I tell you, like, which is the one that oh, this was the first one I saw. Your feelings are not valid. Your feelings are not valid. They are also not invalid. They just are. Valid does not absolve you of responsibility for your behavior. Regurgitating robotic catchphrases isn't empathy.
Nope.
Invalidation is not a mortal wound. You will live. Feelings are frequently irrational.
And wrong.
And
Sorry.
wrong. No, you were right. Emotions rarely reflect reality.
Oh my God, yeah.
Stop labeling. Be curious about your emotions without judging them. And I'm going to actually have a reference for that in a minute. Other people do not owe you validation. You are an adult. Validate yourself. And when
Oh my God, self-validation, such a thing.
it's so beautiful. And here's Fox knows. When I tell you guys, do you know how many times I've been told, you don't understand? Don't you know that it feels so wonderful when you see yourself on TV? You wouldn't know. You always see yourself on TV. And you know what I said for years, guys? I've said this for years, and I said it in videos. I said it on live streams. I've never once in my entire life seen myself represented on the screen. Name one short, fat, Italian, Catholic, bisexual artist who's a cat rescuer. Do you see me represented anywhere on screen? Name one place where a person like me, exactly like me, that looks like me, that talks like me, that acts like me, has been on screen. I can't think of a single one. The closest was Nia Vidal's in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And even then, I was nothing like her. She was a shy, slippery little bitch up until finally she got dick down. I was a bitch from when I was like 13 on, okay? I did it for myself. And I told everyone, I said, nobody ever validated me. I was told I was worthless. I was told I was hideous. I was told that there weren't enough drugs to make me beautiful. I was told by everyone how I was not able to you couldn't stand to be around me. So every day I got up and I told myself that I liked me, that I loved me. I validated me. There's only one person that made me this way, and that's the man above. And if he thought I wasn't worth living, he wouldn't have made me in the first place.
Or taken her out, one of the two.
Yeah, right? I mean, he tried, but he failed. Those ducks really did tempt me into the road. True story.
Yeah.
And here's what I will tell you. Validating your own parking, like approving your own vacation requests. You know what? When you're HR, you can do that. And so it's like when I saw this, it was like, it literally... Have you ever gotten a really good book and you can't put it down?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all these, like, it's not just one book. You got like every volume in the series in front of you, and you can read them in any order. And now you're sitting there like there's a bunch of goodies in front of you. You don't know which to touch first. That's what it felt like finding her page.
You mean it's like having all this nail polish?
Yes. It's like, which one do I put on? And
what do I wear?
It felt so wonderful because for years, even recently, I've been told that I'm uncompassionate and I'm not looking at it through an emotional lens. You are right. I am not. I'm looking at it through the logical lens.
Why would I look at things through an emotional lens? Emotions have their place. They have a time and they have a reason. But to totally give over logic or to give over emotions and not to encourage logic,
it's bad.
There's no words.
And it was... You know what? I read that after I'd seen a video earlier today. So, Has Been Hotel. You guys know I've been on about that. And I am going to talk... I don't know if I talked about the whole series. But anyways, that'll be on a Tuesday kind of situation. They now are analyzing Lucifer's character in the show. Do you know that Lucifer might be autistic and ADHD? Oh my God, shut the fuck up. And they start listing all these things. I'm like... Why do we need to label it? Can't he just be a character that went through these things? Why do we need, well, it's not officially stated in the show, then why? Why do you need to label it as this? Why does it need to be identified and put in a box? Oh, he must be ADHD. There are people who are not ADHD that experience all those things. Oh, well, he must be autistic. There are people who are not autistic that experience those things. And when you start labeling it, oh, well, if you experience that, you must be this way, you suddenly start gaslighting all these people into thinking that it must be them as well. And then they start thinking they need to identify something about themselves. And then they start getting confused, because the thing is, at the end of the day, we don't want to hear it because words are just words. No, at the end of the day, we start really fucking with people's heads when we constantly like beat into their brains that they must label something about themselves. No, you're not asexual. You just don't like to fuck people. That is okay. You don't have to make it some kind of label. You don't have to want those things, but you don't gotta make it a thing. No, you're not autistic just because you have a hard time talking to people. Maybe you had a hard time learning how to talk to people when you grew up. Like they sat there, oh, because he's a duck, he's obsessed with ducks. That's because he is a duck. It's literally, if you look how Vivzy Pop wrote it, right? With Lucifer, she wrote all of the seraphim to be a bird. So one of the seraphims looks like a sparrow. The other one looks like an owl. He looks like a duck when he's in his true form. So everything about him, he represents himself as a duck. Why? It's very obvious. Vivzy isn't that deep. He's the odd duck.
Makes sense.
It's very simple, guys. It's not that difficult. And so it's like, yep, exactly. Like there. Starman's favorite color combination is pink and black. Now, I may not be the most delicate flower in the batch, but I'm pretty sure he likes girls. I'm just personal experience.
It's like Sheep's favorite color is a very specific shade of magenta.
See?
Like he has the hex code.
It's pretty. Is he also a quack? Kinda. He's a quack inventor. Like he's got an obsessive team. My favorite. Hello, Avery.
Hey, Avery.
We were just talking earlier on Instagram, on TikTok too. What up, heathens? Hello, you're wrong.
I'm always wrong.
But it was just like when I tell you it.
Hi. Look up hex code A439.
Hold on. Now I have to. I'm judging you slightly, Sheep, that you know the exact code. Hex code. Stop it. A 149.
39.
39? He said 49.
I have it now. Yeah, A439.
Oh, A439. Okay. I got it now. He said it so fast, he got so excited.
I told you it's his favorite color.
Stop showing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
I've got 439A61,
Uh,
which is a green.
Here we go. Color hex.
Where you send it?
Here we are. Hold on. I'll just share it.
Let's see. Oh, that's a maroon, and it's a very nice one. That could be almost a Merlot.
It's a very berry color, I want to say.
Very wine.
Yeah.
I like good romance story. That doesn't mean I like. I love you, Fox. That's beautiful. Oh,
you see,
okay.
I don't like romance stories. That doesn't mean I like pussy, so.
I love romance stories. That is my bread and butter. I can't lie. And
Hi.
hi. You're the main star. It is a very
Suddenly
dark
everybody-
color.
It is not Malort. Oh my god.
I now have to look up the color Malort.
It's not a color. It's a horrific drink.
Well, maybe they're. Oh, that does look horrific.
It's made in Chicago. That should tell you everything.
Oh, that tells the name's Jepson's Malort. Does that mean you scream Malort when you're drinking it? Like, oh, my Lord.
The description of it, as I recall, is burning tires and old shoe leather.
Delicious. Sign me up. I'm gonna go to messages because I sent you a bunch of stuff.
Yes, I saw.
I saw some really cute things. Oh yeah, the deer being one of them is really funny. God almighty, computer, will you stop it? Go away. This is annoying. Okay, can you see my name on anything? No. All right, hold on.
It'll also put hair on everywhere else wrong because, honestly, it's not supposed to be imbibed by humanity.
Let me see. It's not supposed to be ingested by those with the will to live. Hold on, I gotta show you guys this one. This was good.
Oh shit!
He says the door was open.
The gate was open.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
The gate was open. Why you did that? The gate was.
That's funny.
When I saw the first time, I went, "Oh!" Like I felt it in the back of my neck. I felt.
Yeah, we'll sit and watch fail army videos, and every time someone slips down a set of stairs on their ass, we all go, "Oh."
Oh, here's a good one. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go back to sharing this. I gotta share because we don't talk about anything on Instagram.
We really don't talk about anything on Instagram. It's really just her sending me clips.
I just blow up her inbox. That's what I do.
She really does.
I do to her what the rest of you do to me. Let's make sure the volume is on.
Hold on,
Oh god!
Damn, Mama, you just dropped me! You just dropped me! Mama, where you going? Oh shit, here comes this German ship. Holy shit, he's right on my ass too. Come on, man, leave me alone, man. What do I have to do to you? Oh, come on, man. Okay, you want to run? That's all right. That's all right. If you catch me and eat me tonight, you're gonna have to earn this meal, goddamn, because I'm not gonna make this shit easy for you. Let me jump these tumbleweeds. I'm jumping tumbleweeds on your ass today. Come on, man. Come on, yeah, tuck your tail. Come on, because you're gonna have to work your ass off to catch me today. Yeah, come on, man. I'm like the Usain Bolt of Australia, baby.
The Usain Bolt of Australia. That was just one of them. Hold on, let me go back. I need you all to prepare yourself, okay? I need you all to be mentally prepared.
They terrify you. And if you have a fear of very dangerous animals, I would advise you to reconsider watching the next few seconds. And a few weeks ago, a zoo in Utah took a very controversial decision and decided to take one of these animals into their confines in an attempt to rehabilitate the population. But because of that population issue, I need you to know that there is no immediate threat of this very dangerous animal coming into contact with humans as of now. With that said, here it is. That adorable little death ball is called Gaia, and she is one of only about 10,000 black-footed cats left on Earth. And despite the fact that she literally looks as though someone put the big eyes filter on her, she is, and I quote, the world's deadliest cat. Sure, she's only 8 months old and weighs 2.6 pounds and just looks like she just needs a little good chin rub to change her. Her species has an unheard of success rate on hunting of 60%, which might sound unimpressive until you realize that most carnivores have a hunting success rate of 25%. For reference, a lion's hunting success rate is about 18%. A tiger's is 10%. And the 2 twin pet bunnies I had growing up, named Lettuce and Carrots, had a 0% rate. So I don't know about you, but I am all for this rehabilitation effort. Because yeah, sure, maybe they do have a 60% hunting success rate, but they also have a 100% success rate of being absolutely adorable. You give me a box of Cheez-Its in a week, she will be my friend.
And I wrote, worth the last boop of my life. All the white women everywhere, I can domesticate it.
They're not wrong. Every single one of us are like,
it could work. Give me time.
I just need a little bit of time and some treats, and it could happen.
You know what? I know what to do. I know how to do it. It just looks like she needs a little chin rub to change her. How loud did you giggle when you saw her picture? Where is it? If not friend, why friend shame?
Well, this is the white female equivalent of a man looking at a crazy woman, a crazy hot woman, and thinking he can change her. This is literally the exact same thing.
Listen, her last words were. I love this. If you ever find out I was killed by a predatory cat, you can be rest assured my last words were.
Kitty.
Oh God! All right, let's see. So then I had there was the deer. This was one that pissed me off. So I don't know if I'm gonna show it yet. This is so precious, you guys. I'm gonna see if I can get to it. No, of course. Hold on, I gotta pause it. Share this tab instead, and watch this precious little guy.
A bouquet of flowers, and he does this every day, up to 100 times per day while the
This is
weather
a pica.
nice. In fact, the 6-ounce pica's collection of flowers will weigh around
They're from
60 pounds
Mongolia.
by the time winter rolls around.
Aw.
Each bouquet is
They're
carefully
rabbits.
picked from the local flora, then laid out in the sun to dry out so it won't become moldy once it's home. The arrangements include an assortment of grasses, weeds, and wildflowers, and they'd make for eye-catching statement pieces in any living space. But the little pica isn't actually aiming to add a little pop of color to his den, nor has he ever studied
How
interior
freaking
design.
cute is he?
Instead, he's filling his pantry with the bouquets, stocking up on all the food that'll be harder to find once winter comes. As
Aw.
outdoors, both male
See,
and
now that's
female
a boop.
picas spend their time collecting flowers into hay
They're very
bales during
fast,
months with better weather, and they'll actually focus on plants with high toxicity levels because the chemicals act as a preservative and wear off by the time they need to eat them. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day. This little guy
Is it not the most
That is
precious
so sweet.
Here's a little bean. And then I've got this one. Hold on. Share this tab instead. This is for the funds.
Oh God.
Get in there!
What breed of chicken is that?
That is the chicken coop. Come on. Are you stuck? Oh God. Oh God.
I wonder what eggs it lays.
Oh my God.
How did he get in?
If it fits, I sits.
If it fits, I sits. Not just for cats.
Nope.
I'm trying to think. Was there anything else I sent you that was? This is just funny. Do you guys want to see? I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I want to see it.
Much more attractive when they talk with their hands and very slowly and gently.
Well, this is great information because this is a talent I have perfected. Men will be scurrying to me. Men will be scurrying to me.
Women much
I
more
love that.
attractive when
Men will be scurrying to me. You see, I sent like a bunch of
She's sending me videos all the time. I open it up and it's like, Jesus Christ, there's how many in here?
all the time. All the time. Not as as you can see, there's a space in between. Unlike certain people that are probably in this chat.
Yeah, she does give it a little breathing room. So it's not every day, but it'll be like, quiet for a week. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I have 20 videos in my inbox.
Accurate.
Oh.
Do the roar.
Vincent, is that you? Vincent, you dick.
I caught you.
Not even a
You're eating the gingerbread house?
No shame.
Caught red-handed?
No
What do you have to say
shame.
for yourself? Yeah, I bet. It's kind of rude.
Para, filha da puta, já arranhei meu sofá, desgraçado. Para, filha da puta, já arranhei meu sofá, desgraçado.
Yeah. Best story of my life. Oh.
Someone was enjoying a very good drink. Ooh. So spicy. Before someone's cat gets so lovely. Oh! The cat just does not care. Does not care.
Nice long body, perfect form, beautiful teeth, just perfect all around. Nice.
Oh, loud, why?
Aww.
I know.
Something wrong with your paw, Susan? Oh.
Watch this. Watch this little liar.
Something wrong with your pausey? No. Oh, it's very sore, isn't it? Yeah. Look at that. And then it's a miracle.
A miracle has occurred. The paw has healed. And then, if you guys want to get a little annoyed, no, this one's on Facebook anyway. All right, we'll stop sharing because that was some of the stuff. And then there's, I think, could be worse. You could be at the gym. Oh wait, I'm at work right now, and people are looking at me all weird because I have this stream going through my speaker.
I'm sorry.
Hi, people at work. We're just old ladies that love aminals.
And nail polish.
And nail polish. There was something I tagged you in, though, on Twitter. Never calling it X. What did I tag you in, like, 2 weeks ago?
Oh, what was that?
Oh my god, though, I gotta send me the link to that guy that threw the fucking coyote.
Oh my god.
Send me that link!
Where was that?
It was on Twitter!
Oh god, the coyote.
And there is something I want to show you guys because I was shocked when I saw this brand and I require it and I need you all to see it. Where is it? Where's the search? No. When I found this brand, I was floored. I'm gonna share it to you guys while she's getting those links. Shocked, I tell you. Are you still getting the links up, babe?
I'm working on it.
Right.
I've got one wet hand, so I'm
I don't want to
working one-handed.
what sheep are doing off camera.
You're a dirty, dirty, dirty person.
Yes, I am. I want you guys to look at all this and tell me what you think you see.
No, I went to the wrong place.
I already showed this.
Oh, those are so cute. Yeah.
These are dog and cat treats. Look at how cute that is. And they're all natural ingredients. These are all natural ingredients. This is all goat's milk.
I couldn't give them to Grace.
Oh, because of the goat's milk?
Yeah, she's allergic to goat's milk.
Well, there's some of them that aren't. Like, they have a bunch of different stuff, but the thing is, like, look at how cute that is. Like, look at how cute these are. Like, I love that you could give your dog or your cat. Like, I really love this video. Absolutely sent me. Look at how cute those are. How precious those are. All natural ingredients. I looked up the thing. Not sponsored, obviously. I very much want to give them my money. These are quote-unquote Fruit Loops. They're not, obviously. These little donuts for your dogs.
Damn it.
Look at these. Look at these. They're made with like chicken and cheese and meat and fish. And it's just like, these are beautiful. These are stunning. Stunning.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, she found them. But I wanted to show you guys this, and here's what I will show you. Their name is My Mochi Homemade Pet Snack. You go onto their website, you can order it. They're not super expensive. They're like $14 per order. You seem to get a decent amount out of it, but I would just like, as opposed to what? Unnatural ingredients, eldritch. Yes, actually, Dave. How dare you?
Do you have a problem with adding eldritch ingredients?
Because
I had to cheat and I got it off of TikTok.
Oh, Lord. I suppose I'll allow it. Let me get on there and thank you. I know I'm me. Hold on, I gotta wind it. Okay, hold on. Let me share. Let me get there. This, guys, when I tell you, I cackled. Hi, Hunty. I don't know how horror reacted.
It was very Roadrunner for me.
I cackled when I saw this. So, this man is all of us.
It's man versus coyote. And this guy isn't about to lose his tussle with the wild animal. Timothy Snipe was out in his yard in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, with his pint-sized chihuahua named Roxy. Suddenly, Roxy noticed the coyote and ran right for it.
No
What did you
survival
think when you
instinct
first saw the
whatsoever.
coyote?
Typical chihuahua.
I thought he was going to grab her and take her back in the woods.
Despite wearing a bathrobe and slippers, he knew that unless he fought off the animal, Roxy was a goner. The animal fights back, biting Snipes multiple times. So he grabs the coyote by the tail. All this time...
I want you to look at this coyote! this coyote's like, I have made an error. I don't know.
Shit. I fucked up. He found the off button. I'll say that because you see when he's got that coyote by the end there, that coyote just kind of goes. Whoomp.
Coyote, like, and this is honestly, I will say this is a lesson for anyone if you have a dog or a cat or anything. When you put them in an unnatural situation where they don't understand what's going on, more often than not, when they're in the middle, they might do this.
They might just totally lose.
Shut down. They don't understand what's going on and they are terrified.
Time, Roxy is yapping away.
He actually jumped on me and I fought him. He actually bit me on my legs.
Watch what happens next. Snipes carries him over to a garbage bin and drops him inside like trash. But look, you can see the lid of the bin moving as the coyote tries to escape.
Oh, yeah!
Animal control showed up to take the coyote away. Snipe is taking no chances. From now on, Roxy will be wearing this spiky harness that will make any coyote think twice before trying to chomp down on this feisty little gal.
But you know what would help with this? Horror. What would have prevented this entire situation?
Training your dog and having it on a leash.
If you just had your dog on a leash, you wouldn't have had these problems. That being said, this is still a funny fucking video.
Yeah, I always find it funny when people say, you should get these for your dogs in case they ever get bitten. Bitch, are you kidding me? You're just basically giving it a presentation. And especially with the hawks and shit in this area, all they're fucking going to do is pick it up by the vest and then peck through it.
So the ones like that don't work for hawks. You have to have the ones that have giant plumes of neon that imitate a porcupine. Those are the only ones that prevent the hawks because like they've done studies on it because they know the spines shoot out.
Yeah.
So the hawk or eagle will see porcupine and it's bright and colorful. So it catches their eye more to avoid. And so that's the only one where I say it's okay. You get one of those, does nothing. They're still going to carry the dog off. They're still going to do it. And what was I looking up? Oh, yeah. I was looking you up.
I'm right here.
Shut up. You know what I mean? I love how my search bar already knows
what you're looking for.
That your name. Like, typing it in. StarMorata, and I typed Monday. Maybe I gotta tag myself. I'm trying to find that so that I can send you the link. And then
find which?
Annoying.
What you looking for?
So I tagged you like a week and a half ago in a video on Twitter, and I said we should talk about this Monday, and you said absolutely.
Oh, right.
Well, I can't figure out what I tagged you in.
And of course, that was like 2 weeks ago because last Monday we canceled.
Of course.
It was something that really pissed me off too.
Yeah, it was something that annoyed the both of us, which is why I know that I want to make sure we talk about it. But I can't remember what it was. I'm just gonna start scrolling. I don't even know how much I've been on I keep calling it TikTok. It's just as bad.
Hunty, you're thinking of Mothered or Smothered. This one's always been on Monday.
Yeah. I won't call you dumb, darling. We just know we love you.
You're special.
The hunters would hang out in the jungle edge with nets and toss a chihuahua. Yeah, that sounds about right. Some people are pretty horrible. Where are you? Athena, I don't want anyone on me right now, babes. Stop staring
She's
at
mad
me.
at you all.
I just wish to have my own body autonomy. Mind you, all I did was pick her up. Did you hear that? Because all I did was pick her up.
What do you think?
It looks like the surface of Mars. In the most lovely way. Shit, I can't go any further back than 6 days. Whores and skanks.
Yeah, my favorites are the dark ones, of course. So I like this one.
What?
That one.
I
like
really
these
like
three
your
more
finger
than
and
the.
your middle finger.
Huh?
Your index finger and your middle finger, I really like.
Yeah, my absolute favorites are actually the index and the pinky. I really love this pinky.
That's a very nice chocolatey, sparkly brown.
And then this one's good too.
Let me see. No.
And then there's always this one.
Which one? Oh. Let me see if I can check my phone Monday.
Not a big fan of my thumb.
No, Athena.
Yeah, we really should do something smart when we decide to do that kind of thing and like bookmark them. Ooh, did I?
I found it.
You did? Okay, cool.
I found it. Okay. Guys, it's a very tough video. But it is okay, you're gonna have to go. I think I sent it on Instagram because I'm stupid. Hold on.
Okay, because I don't think I've ever. You haven't logged into Twitter. I've never logged into Instagram.
I'm going to retweet it again and quote you again.
Okay.
Okay. And
okay.
All right, I keep seeing your PSP on my peripheral. And it looks a lot like the old DSU fighting Okra. If I'm fighting Okra.
Yeah.
Okra.
Colleges have some weird stuff. Oh God, this one.
I have a lot because the thing is, I never actually listened to the full story of that. And you
Yeah.
know what I said when people started sharing and saying, "Oh, of course, it's a pit bull, blah, blah, blah," and I was like, "I guarantee you, this was a rescue. I guarantee you, something went wrong. Like, you know, I don't know if it's gonna let me do it because I'm not logged on to Twitter. We're gonna find out.
Oh well, I'll do it then. Don't worry about it.
Let me see. Oh no, it is gonna let me. Okay, good.
I mean, the thing is when you listen, it's not just a pit bull. It wasn't a singular dog.
Right. It's
part of the problem.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. All right, hold on. Let me expand it. No, I can't do that. Stupid whore. I'm so loving to myself when I think I'm like. All right. Share.
This is what Jacqueline Duran looked like before dog sitting, and this is what she looks like now. The second she opened the front door, the dogs dragged her into the living room. The two dogs pinned her down and tore off her nose.
All right, so we're going to pause it right there just for a minute so we can discuss. Now, guys, here's the thing. What do you all think would make two dogs do this? Because a lot of people on Twitter had a lot of things to say. Of course a pit bull would act this way. Of course it would do this, because in the image, in the cover, the first one they showed, it was a golden retriever, and it was like, oh, I knew it couldn't have been a golden retriever. Golden retrievers never do this kind of thing, even though they have some of the highest
do.
bite rates because they're retrievers. Fun fact: what do retrievers retrieve with? Their fucking mouths. I'm from the West Indies, so my opinion is skewed. Here's what I will tell you. It does look Photoshopped, but it is 100% real.
It's a real thing.
I don't know if horror wants to take this first. I have my own opinions. So
No, you go first on this one.
I guesstimated right off the bat they probably didn't know her, and I was right. She'd never gone in the house before. These dogs were rescues, and they're used to being crated. The pic is real. It's not photoshopped. It is 100% real.
No, that is a real photo, Metastep. That is an actual image.
That's her skin grafts from how much they yanked off of her. It is not fake.
That is real.
When this happened, I remember this happening. It was a big deal. Here's what happened. This girl was asked to pet sit for these dogs. Okay. She had only gone in once to meet the dogs very briefly, a day or a week before, something like that. Okay. The owners, in their rush to leave, let's start off with this. They just had a new baby. Okay. These are two dogs that were from rescues where their past was unknown.
And they're guard type breeds, both of them.
They're guard type breeds, and both are typically crated when nobody's home. The owners neglected to crate these dogs. So this young lady came in and more than likely did what everyone mistakenly does. She saw these dogs jumping at the door and probably went, "Hey!" which automatically, sorry if I hurt your ears.
No, it's just people doing that makes me cringe.
Like, I sometimes do it to my own dogs.
I'll do it to I don't do it to my dogs because they're usually barking like fuck when I come home and it's pissing me off.
Oh no, see, Ryan and Greta, usually they come up to me with a toy, and Ryan will go with the toy in his mouth, which I love.
Yeah.
And it's the most hilarious thing. And with whatchamacallit, which that will fear response, never do that. Exactly. So what happened was these dogs already had a hormonal change in the house because there's a baby, which means their setup changed. It's the new person they do not know. These are adult dogs that came in from abuse situations. They're both rescues. They were not in their safe space. A stranger walks in to feed them, so these dogs are hungry. It was a recipe for disaster.
From the word go.
Mm-hmm. Everything is entirely the owner's fault. The owners fought for the dogs to live. The dogs did not. They did get put down. I understand why they got put down, because they tore this girl to shreds. They're shocked she lived. There's a video out there. There's a man who was worse than her. He got tore up by a polar bear. And the photo of his face, I shared it somewhere on Twitter. The photo of his face, literally, you can just see one eyeball barely amongst the torn flesh. The man crawled to somewhere where there's a phone, called 911 or whatever emergency services were, and still lived to get reconstructive surgery. A lot of people, again, and I've said this numerous times, they love to blame the breed. And it's never, what did we do wrong to cause this? What did we expect a dog to not be a dog. This is the biggest problem that I have. And we've said it numerous times, and this is what pisses me off. You go through the comments in this video, and it's disgusting. A lot of people just sit there and constantly rail on pit bulls and how horrible they are, even though one of the dog wasn't even a full-bred pit bull. You could tell it was some kind of mastiff mix. Okay, so that's first of all, not a pit bull. Second of all, the other dog was a shepherd. No one talks about the shepherd. No one says a word about the shepherd in there.
No.
Most people even clicked on the article because the cover picture of the original post from this where this is from, showed a golden retriever. And everyone wanted to see if it was a golden retriever. Actually. And it bothers me. They speak from ignorance. I agree. Avery, I think recently found me through you, want to say. And what I very much enjoy is that I don't know how much we truly agree on, but I very much enjoy his very logical and straightforward way of talking.
Yep.
When he responds to me, I never feel like I normally feel with some people who will find me and be like, well, Star's on this. I enjoy because I think he's on the same wavelength as us.
Yeah. No, Avery's good people.
I appreciate him for that. I just want to say that, Avery, I was reading your tweets before the stream started, and I wanted to say that. It's a matter of, I'm not saying if you own tigers and a tiger mauls you, that the tiger's not, gonna be the kind of creature that would maul somebody. What I am gonna say is, if you don't want a tiger to maul you,
don't get a tiger.
Don't get a tiger. And if you're going to keep a tiger,
oh, there you go.
Here we go. So we froze up for a minute. And if you don't want if you're going to keep a tiger, do everything in your power to house them properly. Do everything you're supposed to do. I always feel when you guys talk about stuff like this, especially since I'm an owner of a couple of pit bull mixed breeds, and it's always frustrating when people blame the breed and not the owner. Exactly. The problem is, I'm not saying that your dog isn't at risk. Every single animal is a risky animal. Your cat can literally kill you. Yes, your cat.
Yep.
If a cat has its claws or its teeth, it can kill you. And it can do a lot of damage. I have gotten seriously fucked up. One of my coworkers, I don't know, Axel's kind of using my arm as a pillow. He freaked out the other night because for the first time he noticed a very deep scar on my arm, and he thought I had gotten cut by the door. And he didn't realize it was actually from a scar I've had for a while. And it was from Hendrix just falling and catching me with his back foot. Oh, Axel, honey, I want to show people something. Can I get my arm back for a minute? Dude, when I tell you he is like so comfy right now, it's bad. Let me see. Can I take a photo without you moving?
Probably not.
Point. But so you go ahead now. You have
I mean, you basically covered it. You have two guard type breeds that are very aggressive and very territorial, whether or not it's a full breed or not. In a new home or a newer home with an environment that's changing, with a stranger that they've met maybe once coming to the door with no normal access
that scar right there
to them, that hasn't had
it's
that
much
hasn't
person
that hasn't had the time or introduction really to know, for one, how those dogs act when you're coming home. So you don't know that if you're watching for aggression or not. She didn't look very young she looked pretty young, so she probably hadn't had
20, I think, when this happened. She's a college student, a kid.
Yeah, so she probably hadn't had a lot of experience in the first place to know that, especially when you're dealing with larger dogs and guard specific dogs. So yeah, I mean, we don't blame, obviously, you can't blame the breed, but there are tendencies within those dogs to do that kind of thing, especially German Shepherds and pit bulls and even mastiffs. That's part of what mastiffs were bred for as well. And you combine a mastiff and a pit bull and you get a massive jaw. So,
which a lot of people try to think that Orion is a mastiff. I've been told he might be a Cane Corso mix. He might be and I agree with you, because it's like, I was just watching the day. I think I brought this up on our last stream.
Yeah.
Somebody said, you can raise your Cane Corso to be amazing. And socialized
and loving and sweet.
It takes just one time, and their instincts kick in. And once their instincts, it's one of the reasons why for not the same situation but same idea. It's one of the reasons why I say get your male cats fixed before they're a year old, before their first heat, because instincts are everlasting. See this douchebag? I love him. We didn't chop his Ballinis till almost 3 years old. So guess what habits he has as a result?
He sprays. Oh, goody.
He sprays on anything and anyone. If he gets he's the only male I have that does it now. I've got 3 males that I've got to get fixed because they're starting to show the signs. Oh, the boys love to do the banjo play in my room when they're getting in the mood. And sometimes when they get really in the mood, I have to stop fights in the kitten crate because especially Gorian and Dante, both of them have full sets. Only Atticus is acting normal because he only has 1 testicle. So he's whatchamacallit. He's a little bit of a late bloomer, if you will. But instincts are real. I was someone who was a little more ignorant to them before. However, at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, it's still never the animal's fault. No matter what. If your cat pees where it's not supposed to, if your dog destroys something it's not supposed to, if an animal attacks someone, it is almost always a human fault. And when I say that, people get very defensive and they don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you set out to cause a problem with that animal. I'm not saying that you went out there to antagonize the animal. Because I hear a lot of people say, I didn't do anything wrong. And I tell them, tell me the story. And then I point out what they did wrong. And they get very mad at me. I'm like, I'm not saying you knew what you did.
Or that you even did it on purpose.
Yeah. You didn't do it on purpose. You didn't aim to it. However, this is what you did wrong. And they always try to tell me, no, it was none of that. And then I just dig a little deeper. And always I can find the human element. And people get very mad at me for it. And you can say that, I'm just, I value animals. You want to put it that way, fine. I value animals more than people. But you know why? Because we are the reason they are there, which comes full circle back to that bitch who backed out of the room because she was afraid her dog was going to bite her hand when he put her hand near the bowl. There's nothing about animals and human interactions that's natural. We rearrange everything about them. But you want to sit there and split hairs. Oh, I'm not going to do it to their food. Really, the thing that thrives animals more than anything, food. There's 2 reasons why animals love to live: food and sex.
Mm.
And you want to give them free reign over one of those things, thinking it's not going to cause a problem in the future? Like, oh no, yeah,
Yeah.
110. Andy, when I tell you, I had a coworker back in the mattress store who had it in his head he was going to own a wolf hybrid. And I was like, you do not understand. Of course, he also wanted a harem, so guy's a little weird. I tried to explain to him, I was like, you don't understand. You will not own a wolf hybrid. You will have a roommate who happens to be a wolf. Because they can't... There is no, you can't get on the counter. There is no, you can't tear this up. There is no, you're going to obey. There is no, you can walk through here nicely. It was... Hunty, do you know this story? Because yes. I know, yes.
No, it's the statement of wanted a harem that really kind of tips that off, so.
A guy wants to harem till he gets one, right? Because the thing is, I was like, do you understand how much it costs? Because he was thinking, like, he wants a whole compound. And he was going to, like, just support all these women. I'm like, do you understand? He was
first find out how much one woman costs, and then multiply it by a whole lot, because they're not all going to want the same things.
Yeah, and this was before Andrew Tate ever existed, by the way. Like, it's the combo wolf harem. Well, let me tell you something. You guys remember how I told you I did that one hentai commission for a coworker? Same guy. Hello, Dark Vimp. Mouth breathing. He wasn't a bad person, but he was cringe. Like, I was sitting there drawing and he was watching My Hero Academia, and I told him I was not interested in it because I I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, the original. I'm going to announce my fight move, and I'm going to do it for the next 5 episodes. Okay. And I love that show. But I'm dead of those shows now. Now I am pure romance and isekai. I know they have the same formulaic thing every time. I don't care. Put it in my veins. I take it anyway. He stops me from what I'm doing so I can watch it. And I'm like, I'm really not interested. And he's like, just watch it with me. And I'm watching and I'm watching and I'm trying. Yes, the animation was decent. But guess what I saw? Announce this fight. I'm coming for this battle. Like the same shit over and over that I already know from every action anime, and I just can't handle anymore. And when it was done, he's like, "Now, don't you want to watch a whole episode?" I said, "Not at all.
No,
no, thank you." And you could tell he was like, to be frank, they don't have to charge up their powers that much. It don't matter, baby. Reminds me of a joke that Count Dankula made in his Anthill video. He had 10 wives. Man, that's gonna be a lot of nagging. and it's just like it's like Avery said, they want them until they have them. And everyone I know, there's thousands of people out there that claim they want a wolf hybrid. And there's dozens of wolf hybrid rescues out there that have to pick up the scraps afterwards. Because the problem is people create this image in their head. And I know the image. I can tell you the image. Just like how Hunty knew immediately what kind of person he was. I can tell you the image of what they get. They get this image of this big, dark wolf with his haunches up and its head down, and it looks all big and badass, and it's standing at your side, and it's protective, and they see that in their head, and that's what it's gonna be. And it's not. It's a dog taking a piss on your wall, shitting
and it's a big piss.
A big piss. It's your house smelling of low tide, because if you don't know what a marking male smells like, oh, you learn. And in dogs, they smell like the worst, stankiest female. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Think of the worst female scent you ever had. That's how dogs' marking smells. It's disgusting. And I can't stand it. And he's the guy that buys a cheesy wolf t-shirt unironically from Walmart. Speaking of multiple eyes, I watched a Barbie Magic Pegasus today. I can't with you, Hunty. What about the basic stories? Like those, but again, those are old. I've never seen Harlock. That one I don't know, but I know Hunter D. I know Ghost in the Shell. And those again, I absorbed them all so much back in the day, dude, that it's just. I was a Vash the Stampede. I was a Cowboy Bebop. I was all of except for Evangelion. Fuck that shit. That's such a stupid show. I hate it so much. Wolf hybrids are the house cats of the dog family, but worse because wolf hybrids can back up. And the thing is, a lot of people think that they're going to be protectors. No, they're not. Wolves care about one thing, themselves, and they're going to preserve, because that's the thing is, instinct in animals is not protect the herd. Instinct in animals is survive. And if you can survive, why do you think the weakest of the pack walks in the back? Because they're the easiest to eat, and the rest of the healthy ones will live. Very rare you're going to see them protecting the weakest of the pack, the old and the scraggly. Friends had a wolf named Freya in Houston, was at their party and saw her looking in the glass door. She saw me looking and looked down. Next day I went into her yard. Then you don't make eye contact. Yep. You gotta be very careful. There's an entire language that these animals speak. But that is another reason why a lot of people truly don't understand. And we go back to it again with this girl. She probably knew nothing of dog body language. With just in her mind, a lot of people misinterpret how dogs are.
Yep.
They misinterpret what they're doing, how they're acting, why they're acting a certain way. And then they look at me and go, well, it was wagging its tail. Okay, but was its head down and its ears flat while it was wagging its tail?
Was its tail parallel with its back, or was it up?
Like, there's different languages, there's different things. That's why I'm so like anal now on pointing out people who are assholes but are smart. So like Jonas Black, I 100% point to him now because he may be a jerk, but I love it because he's honest. He's the Dr. House of dogs. I don't need him to make you feel good. I need him to get the point across. So whenever, like, I had a customer come in 3 weeks ago around Valentine's Day, and she was visiting. And again, I tell you guys all the time, I've had this happen the last few weeks. After every time I've said, God, I say a prayer every day, Lord, put someone in my path that needs me. I had just gotten through talking about that to Gothics. That next day, I had 2 people online. I had one of my coworkers talk to me about it. Their words were, I didn't know I needed to hear that until you said it. I never open up like this. And then I had a customer walk in, and she just so happened to be talking about her dogs while I was taking photos with props we had gotten for the restaurant. And I just wanted to see a picture of her dog. And next thing you know, she's telling me about these issues she had with the neighbor dog jumping her fence and trying to attack her dog. And she ended up biting the neighbor dog and I was like, you know that legally you're not in the wrong, right? I'm like, that your dog was on your property. Your dog doesn't have to be leashed on your property.
Nope.
I say, as long as they're on your property, you're fine. And I told her, and then I told her to go, look up Jonas. So I was like, if there's something, because she loves this dog, but she potentially might have to put the dog down. And I was like, that's not fair. She's a puppy. I think the dog is only like 2 years old.
Yeah.
And, I gave her all these recommendations, and she's like, I'm so grateful I spoke to you. And I said to myself, there's not a lot of people that know things like that I do. Most people don't care about that. So I feel like there was a reason that lady, who is not even from my state, she's from St. Louis, I think. She happened to be there visiting with her daughter for a local college. My grandpa had a friend that bought lynx cats from.
Okay.
Really?
Is she still alive?
Her or the lynx? Because you said had a friend.
Yeah, I didn't say has.
She buried under the
Into the tiger enclosure? Hmm.
Oh God. But no, it's just like, I just really wish more people just took the time to learn about this stuff.
Not even for me. It's not even about learning about this stuff. I just wish more people would take the responsibility in their life to try to make the effort to take care of the things around them. And that's where it really, in my opinion, comes from, is that people don't want the responsibility of dealing with their life. And hey, Arcanus, it's good to see you, man.
Hello, we're his favorite.
I know.
I don't even care if it's true or not. I appreciate it.
He said it. It's good enough for me. But yeah, people don't take enough self-responsibility. It doesn't matter if it's with themselves, like we were talking about earlier, and the moron with the capitalism and I don't want to work. My dog shouldn't have to work. Or even if it's just, dealing with your surroundings and being aware of your surroundings. It's like saying walking down the street, a dog comes out of nowhere and decides to bite you. It's the dog's fault. Is it? I mean, were you paying attention?
Exactly. And it's like, it's one of the reasons why I brought up that therapist earlier, because a lot of her lessons come right into that. Wait, what dog is a full-time job? Here's what I will
there's a lot of them, actually. So
I would say, technically, if you do proper training with your dog is a full-time job, because your dog should understand a lot of cues, a lot of orders, a lot of things they're supposed to do. Like the other day, I took a video of Orion, and I was so fucking proud, guys. I was so proud because this dog, he ran into my room, brought me a toy. Okay. I'm sitting weird because Axel is on my arm again. He brought me a toy, and when he brought me the toy, I had him come sit down. I had him open his mouth, take it. It's on video. I've got to find the video. Take it, play. Then I took it back from him. I threw it, told him it was okay to go and get it. He ran up to it and I went, wait, and he didn't take it. And the thing is, a lot of folks don't like, oh, that's mean. Oh, that's torturing the dog. No. You know
No,
what
dogs love that.
Yeah, because you know what that taught him? 1, no impulsivity. 2, it's exercising his brain. Because again, a lot of folks have stated it, and it's very obvious. You guys have watched Orion enough on this channel. Sinbad, leave her alone. Oh, fucktard. And oi! And as a result, Orion needing to have a job. Yeah. May not be the spray, but I'll spray with, but you know what it means. Knock it back, Jack. You guys can see what I'm dealing with right now is... Oh, he ran! I turned, he ran! Ha ha! Sinbad was standing right here. And as you see, Penny is right there. And he was kind of like tormenting her. He is obsessed. Obsessed with her. He sees her and he just again, lack of self-control, lack of impulse. See, he just yelled at, he just went after somebody else. Starson said, do not test me. Yeah, I grabbed this. And in case anyone's wondering, yes.
It's pumpkin spice.
It's pumpkin spice. He don't know that I'm not going to spray him with this. He just knows that sounds like I'm going to. No, you're not getting sprayed. You're actually being good. All he needs to know is that test me with an actual water gun. I need to get one for in here. I really do. But that's a... Well, actually, no, I can't because this room's going to get moved in a couple of months. So I told...
Well, you still can, but yeah, we told us about the...
Yeah. And so, whatchamacallit? So then, yeah, we had to have missed it because the last time we all talked was right around the time of Starman's birthday. And I said we were going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we said anything else.
No.
Did I tell you that we officially decided?
No. To adopt?
Adopt.
Yeah, you told us that.
I did. So it had to be around that time. That's the last time we streamed. All right.
Yeah, that was... You did tell us that last time.
Yeah, that's the best timeline I got. Nerf water gun 5,000. Watch the cats being shot out windows. Arcanes do not tempt me. I eat lemons. You know what, Mr. Lemon Sour?
Lemons are delicious.
Lemons are delicious. Pumpkin Silvar. Pumpkin is wonderful. You need to stop being so hateful. Human. I adopt another animal. I'm pretty sure Starman will leave me. And besides, I'm already aiming for the boy's mama. She's been showing up. She's very pretty.
Yeah, you said that.
She's a smoke point long hair cat. And I'm saying she'd make a lovely addition to my little clouder. Also, the hope. Cross your fingers, children. Sunny and Luna's papa might be buying a house soon.
Ooh.
Very near me. And if he does, guess who's going back home?
Sunny and Luna go bye-bye.
Mind you, I love them. And Luna's been a bit of a pain in the ass, but Sunny's actually been not too bad.
Except for poor Orion.
Yeah, he don't like Orion. He's gotten better, somewhat. I will say that you can tell Sunny very much missed me. He is usually all over me, especially if I'm in the bathroom or in the morning in the bedroom. He is redonkulous. And it's, yeah. This week on My Strange Addiction, cats. Oh, who saw my short?
Which one?
Hold on. I'll go get it. I'm gonna have to mute it though because it uses a licensed
musica.
Okay, so let me get it up. How do I mute you? There you are. Okay. Share. This is an age-old question, especially been asked on this channel.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. It's I have been asked this question quite a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. I was very proud of this.
That's a number.
It is a number. I tried to make it feel as manic as you did the air thing. What air thing? Try to avoid shorts sometimes because my ass be stuck on it for hours. I upload a lot of shorts, guys. Mom, that wallet was really cute. I had it custom made. Thank you. All my purse, if you see me with my purses and my wallets, they're all custom made. I go to one person on Etsy and I plan on saving up money to have her custom make me, because I bought that wallet, all my purses I bought back in 2016. And I spent, yep, it's world's smallest violin. Yep. And I bought them all in 2016. I bought 3 sets of purses, technically 4. I bought a blue with gold star set, a purple galaxy set, and a rainbow star set with 2 rainbow star purses. And each of those came with a matching wallet, a matching toiletry bag, and a matching makeup bag, which is fantastic. The problem is they're all getting a little long in the tooth. And what I really, really, really would like to do, I use them. They both are broken. Like, they're technically usable, but they have little rips in the sides where the straps are.
Yeah.
And so before they break, I immediately, as soon as I saw the rips, I stopped using them because I love these purses and I want to preserve them. So if I can get them repaired at some point, I don't want them so busted up that they're impossible to use. So my plan is I am going to commission her to make me a custom leather bag.
Ooh.
And I am going to have my logo. I will show you. Hold on, guys, in case you don't know, because some of you don't see me on my normal stream. So
it's right over there.
Right here, the long one. I want that long one on the side of the purse. I want the long one on the wallet, on the toiletry bag, on the makeup bag, and I want to put the little one, which is up here in the corner, right next to Hara's head. Yep, right there. I want to put that on a little talisman. And I'm tired of seeing my face. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, look, there's your face.
I meant 2 of me. Shut up. And my plan is I'm also going to add in, because I plan on getting a firearm and I plan on getting self-defense, I'm going to add in little slots for where I can put a taser and I can put mace and a place where I can put my firearm. Leather color, I am still undecided. I kind of am aiming towards black just because of stainage. Then you guys know how much I love blue.
You could always go navy.
Could, but I don't want, I want it to be adult with the leather, and I'm going to make sure that there's interchangeable straps. So I want to do across the body strap. I want to do a shoulder strap, and I also want to get custom made a miniature backpack to match all this. Like, this is not going to be cheap. This is something I'm picking up. Like, I have to design it all first, because I'll tell you right now, here's why I like this girl. Everything she has done for me was new. She'd never done any of it before. She went out and she redesigned, and she went through the drawing board. I gave her schematics of exactly what kind of wallet I wanted, as she went out and just figured it out for me. And her name is With Love from SoCal. And when I tell you she is so talented, she is so sweet, and she has done nothing but make amazing work for me. And so I plan on buying the leather and sending it to her. I trust her to take it. I'm going to find the lining fabric, going to send that to her. If I can, I might get a custom fabric with my logo on it on the inside. And that's the idea that I have on this. So that way, what I'm going to do is get a whole set of professional, like adult looking stuff, along with a fancy purse, a smaller one, and a smaller wallet. Like I have a whole plan in mind. So that way, I know I want electric blue on there. Like imagine a snappier version of this. Let me see if I can find it. Because I want to show exactly the color I'm thinking of. It's up here. It's not out my mouth. Okay. Honey, I'm not mad at you anymore. You keep wandering around. You're making me feel guilty. Doesn't walk around this much, so I know she's
uncomfortable.
She's upset. She knows I'm upset. See, these are close, but no cigar. These are not quite on there. The problem is it went to hex code, and that's... I need the hex code, thank you. All right, let me try hot blue. Man, now it's gonna frustrate me. Is it neon blue? I don't think it's a neon. Put it
Did you just type in electric?
I did. I typed in electric blue. I'm not finding the exact shade. All right, let me just bring this up because I have it on my Rainbow Star purse and on my Rainbow Star wallet. The colors around the rim.
Mm.
Let me share this and I'll show you guys. Hold on. Like these are close, but not it. Like the color is somewhere in this shade, but it's not there. Like I can't describe it and I can't see it. It's not quite baby blue. It's not quite cobalt. I guess this would be a close enough color, but it's not. Let me look up electric cobalt. Maybe that'll be a color.
Oh, God. You're surprised. That's funny.
What?
Arcana says, oh, God, neon.
Why would you be surprised?
Hunty says, try ultramarine blue.
That might be like this is close. This is close. This is closest right here. See this right here? These are getting close to the color. Ultramarine blue.
Mm-hmm.
Ultramarine blue. See, this is very close, but not it. Oh, but it's beautiful. Isn't that a stunning color? Oh my god.
It's a very nice blue.
Maybe aquamarine. No.
I would say maybe try dark aquamarine.
We just type in aquamarine blue. Maybe that'll help because it's going to look up the gem. See, again, that's teal, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is close. It's going to dry. No, it's going to be, you know what? It's making me go too nuts down. Now my head's starting to hurt. No. Storm blue, I will find out. Right. I saw the aquamarine gem. Hell, I'm colorblind. Blue is just blue. Not to me.
Tiffany blue? No, that's a very specific blue.
I will tell you right now. Tiffany blue is close. This is Tiffany blue. This ain't it. I would take this if I can't get anything else. This is not it. I always knew it as electric blue, but I can't find it. But anyways, I very much want it in like natural leather. I want to get like, little metal footers for it. I have a whole plan. Clearly you are not an artist and blue is just blue. There's no such thing as blue. It's just blue. Like, I like this blue, but this is old lady blue. Okay?
Mm.
Wear this blue in public. This is the blue I wear at home. I will willingly wear this version, which you can see, 2 different shades of blue. This one has more gray in it. This one has more white. There's a whole thing involved. Okay, guys. Yeah. It's just... I'm blue, Dad. Come here, you pain in the ass. Yeah. First time she's meowed in a while. You doing awake? It's only 1 a.m. What are you doing awake at 5 a.m. over in the UK?
It's not late at all.
It's not late for us. Her, it's even earlier. It's not even the next day for her.
Hey, Devin. Good to see you. He's going to be our DM when we start D&D this week. Or, yeah, this weekend, this Sunday.
Welcome. How's it going? We're trying to discover colors. It's 6 a.m. Ooh, I missed it by an hour.
That makes it so much better.
Right. I'm going to work. Work? I thought you quit. Where are you going to work? What other coffee shop has gotten y'all fancy? Actually, I know, right? It's one of those kind of nights.
Rolling it.
What attributes, right? Whatchamacalls it? Now, did you get? Are you gonna be doing it digital or is it a live action?
No, we'll be doing it through Discord.
Discord. I did a thing. I don't know how I did though.
She did things, guys.
Not those things.
No, she did those things too. She's just not going to tell us about those things.
It was photoshopped. Quiet, Metastep. We know you're trolling at this point.
You are a troll. We know that.
I did this. I was mad though. I feel like I fucked up on the anatomy.
Nah, it looks good. Really cool.
And well, it's mostly Diablo where I really booped. But this is thank you. This is entirely too big of a drawing pad for me. It's all I've got. But look at how big it is compared to my head. This is like a good 2 or 3 inches on all sides. Like normally I have like that much drawing space. Hold on, do I have the drawing pad available? Yes, I do. I'm a rant about art for a minute. It doesn't seem like a big difference. But when you go from that to that, that's very difficult.
You add 2 inches in any direction, it always feels bigger.
Your mother is watching, young lady.
I know. She would approve.
I had to stretch in odd angles to fit those 2 inches. Hold on. There we go. Oh, by the way, guys, if you watched my video with Michelle, here's my green screen. Ask me how much I spent on this green screen.
How much did you spend?
$1.25.
Nice.
If you want to do green screen, all you need to do is go to Dollar Tree. This is a tablecloth from Dollar Tree. Now, is it strong? No. No, this shit be weak as fuck. Like, it will bust on you, okay? You've got to be gentle. We pinned it to the ceiling, and then we very gently unpinned it. And to ensure that it lived, we closed the door and we barred all animals, especially the large one, coming in. It works. It works perfectly. If you guys watch that video, you cannot see where I was not. Like,
they did a very good job.
And so I was like, and this is thanks to Gothix. She's the one who told me. I was like, hey, because I was just thinking, I was like, hey, you've got like a billion things like that. Do you have one that you don't need anymore? She's like, I don't. I got rid of them. They were all busted up. She said, however, you don't need a real green screen. There are cheap ones on Amazon for $30. She said, but just go to Dollar Tree. And I was like, because in my mind, I thought you had to have that neon, I'm going to be doing road work green in order to do it. But you really can do it with almost any green within reason.
Yeah.
And so,
And you can also do it with blue.
right, but the blues they have there are kind of iffy, and you do have to use certain blues. You can't use a dark blue. It can't be too close to black or different shades because then it kind of bleeds into whatever the shadows you have. But the green,
Right.
and so gentle, not my strong suit. This is true. From the photos I've seen, Avery seems like he got a bit of the muscle. He got a bit of muscle going on there. Actually, you can do it with any color. You just have to recalibrate. No. And here I thought the only thing good from Dollar Tree is the interesting company you will find there. No, honestly, if you're smart, Dollar Tree can be very beneficial for you, but I have found my fair share of moldy food at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I don't buy food there.
Listen, I've told you guys I have been broken. I used to go food shopping. Dollar Tree was where I did my weekly food shopping.
I'd just rather live off potatoes, but I'm Irish enough I can pull that off.
Well, it was close. Fair, I might be thinking of Dollar General. Dollar General, you go there for some cheap ass like decorations. And again, when Starman and I first moved here, we was broke. So we did have to make some choices. Star, you crazy. From what I saw, darn, a 4OK color chart is not quite what it was 20 years ago. I might not be able to replace my paint. Aww. I'm sorry. At Dollar Tree, you got my respect. Hey, listen. When I tell you, me and Starman were going to the food pantry, we were going to Big Lots, because sometimes the Big Lots grocery section is not bad at all.
Yeah.
You can find some decent stuff. See, the problem is in Rhode Island, you have Job Lot. Ocean State Job Lot is amazing. I think you can order online from them. Hold on. I'm going to see. And also, they have a lot of affordable pet stuff at Ocean State Job Lot. Let me see. Let me Google that shit. Ocean State Job Lot. Okay, let's see. I mean, you can't reach it. Oh no, did the website shut down?
No.
Oh. Oh no! Their website shut down and I don't know. Let me see if it works on the phone and just maybe not on here. Maybe my my internet's being wonky. Who knows?
I mean, it could be that with the economy, they couldn't afford things cheap enough to keep themselves stocked.
No, I'll tell you what. Ocean State Job Lot will never go away. Yeah, no, I'm guessing. You know what? I wouldn't put it past it that the Ocean State Job Lot probably like didn't pay for something.
Oh God.
I wouldn't put it past them. Either way, I think something happened to the website. But if you get a chance to, because you can technically order online from there, they are amazing. I love Ocean State Job Lot. I'm just so sad. I wanted to share it with you all. Something so beautiful. No, I can't. I went for a show and tell. I resent that, sir. I feel like you're making fun of me. Let's see. Ocean State. I can't show you on here because it's on Facebook. But they just posted 7 hours ago. So I'm going to go onto here and comment. Your website is down. Why?
Nah.
You don't have to be complicated. Get one step closer to having a place of paradise for your pets. Plants. See, I followed their link. Why did this link work? I just followed their link through their Facebook and it worked.
Maybe because they typed it right?
Why is this working? It's their blog, that's why. I don't know why this is working. So their blog is working just fine, but the rest is not. All I know is that if you're ever in the New England area, you literally can get anything your little heart desires at Ocean State Job Lot. Like, here's pictures of inside Ocean State Job Lot. I don't know what town. And they've just got, like, there's this whole section of food. You're not quite sure where it came from. Some of it is from, I'm off to work, trying to go 4:30 a.m. this time. Ew. How rude she is to me. I only accept that because you love me. But what? Do you want me to get off soon too? But if anyone heard that was my washer going off. See, because I had to get changed from all the cleanup I had to do when I took care of the animals as well. So I decided with all the mess that happened, I just washed everything. Well, technically I made Starman wash everything, but that's okay. Graveyard shift is brutal. She's not graveyard. She's over in the UK. So for her, this is just a regular morning.
Nah, it's just morning for her.
It's just morning. Yeah, see what their snack aisles look like. It doesn't exactly look professional, but I'll tell you what, you'll find some shit. It's like going through an Asian store, but like this is what they just naturally are like. I was mad the last time I went into Rhode Island. I didn't get to go to it, and I was very upset about it. I was upsetty spaghetti. But washing at 1:21 a.m. based. Listen, no laundry waits for me. And what, Penny? What? Are you done being a bitch? Okay. Also, just going through the candy section at Walgreens. A little. But the whole store is like that.
Looks like there's this little grocery store in one of the small towns, like 20 minutes from here. Looks like that.
Ooh, I don't know why this made me think of it, but total conversation change. So, fun fact, guys, be very careful about your pet fur around your house. What? I'm talking. What? 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 Those are not... Are you going to use it properly?
Probably not.
No, you know what she's aiming for? She's aiming for the shelves that are above her. What?
Oh, God.
Which have a lot of collectibles. That's like my background for when I make videos. Penny, what do you want?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Penny, you don't want to aim at that.
She's already done that before.
Mm.
Why do you think we had to get the brand new ones?
Oh, no, I was thinking about the looks like you have a power socket there on the wall.
She's done that too.
Mm.
What? What? Everyone wants the quirky cat until she's screaming at you from a litter box at 1 a.m. Penny.
Yep. She's upset because you were pissed at her.
Oh, yeah. And now she doesn't know what to do.
Well, now she's looking for revenge.
I think so. Penny.
She knows you don't want her up there. She wants to get up there because you got pissed at her.
And the thing is, like, she rarely goes up there, but when she does, come here, you. What? What?
I bet if you go sit in the living room, she'd
Oh,
chill.
if I went in the living room, I'll tell you right now, guys. If I got up out of here, because what she does, horror is 10,000% right. What Penny wants is me to leave this room and go sit on the couch. Why? Because then Penny can lay down with me on the couch. That's what Penny wants. Because most of the cats love resting with me on the couch, and I would not mind. My current couch is being supported by a giant wooden board, and it is not very deep, which is another reason why that before and after photo is so different.
Yeah.
The couch in the first one is a good 5 inches deeper and and about 2 feet wider than the current couch that I sit on. So I've lost back fat and butt fat as well because I was sitting on the edge in the same width that I was in the first photo. Easy solution: put the couch in the cat room. I don't want to get gross, but it would get destroyed. Whatchamacalls it though? Penny, what? I didn't mean to call you. I was just saying your name. Penny, come here.
Just pivot.
Come here. Just pivot. Come here. No. Shh. Calm down. Yes. You're good.
Yeah, I definitely have favorites in this box.
There you go. Yeah. I know, because I kicked you off. She's very sweet, though. Oh, she's a very sweet cat.
Most of the time.
Here's the problem, and I don't know, Arcanus, if you've been here for this part of the. Sound like Penny just wants to spend quality. She always does. Penny always does. Penny has always been very much. She was abandoned at 3 weeks old, so she's kind of a needy animal to begin with. What? You know I'm going to bed after this, right? And I want to cuddle with him, but once my cat be sleeping in my bed in peace. Not for long. Whatchamacalls it though, like, because Penny got abandoned very early in life, she's had a very unstable personality. And she's not unstable in she will attack somebody. She's unstable in she does not trust her environment. And as I've stated numerous times, one, it's why her back end is so bare, because she over cleans her ass. That developed more after she nearly died. But on top of that, say it with me, kids. I know you're watching. You can't type it fast enough, but what does an unstable cat do when they feel insecure? They perfume the air with their own securities. And typically that perfume comes from their derriere. And go ahead.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, and the thing is, Penny is the number one producer of parfum in my household. She has parfumed quite a few things. Hello, Liko. Not the ass perfume, more like the punani perfume, but yes. Perfume produced in the bladder. Although she does do the butt perfume too. Okay. But you're fine. What are you scrounging about for? You had a full 2 meals today, child. And I could have lived my life easily happy without knowing that. Well, I tell people this because, Arcanus, a lot of people like quirky, funny cats. They like cats that have these habits and fun things and shout. Typically, these are developed in cats that have high anxiety and that show anxiety-ridden traits and also are more apt to do these things. People think there's no issue pulling cats early from their parents. People think they don't need to worry about socializing or training your animals. Now, Penny is a special case. I did a lot of work with her. This is worked. Everyone until the quirkiness is inconvenient. Exactly. Yep. And that's why my house is the way it is, because all the animals I've got. Oh, there is though. Kittens have to be with mama cat. Exactly. My recommendation is 12 weeks. I very much, and that's for puppies and kittens, but especially with cats, because it develops really good personality habits in cats, and it makes them less territorial, in my opinion, from what I've seen. For instance, the kittens, that's the first time I have raised 3 kittens from one litter all together, and I've never had more well-rounded cats than I've had with the boys. The boys are much more adaptable than most cats I've ever had. They are much more friendly. They are much more, what, baby? What? Are they vocal? Yes. Tell Lico to come to YouTube. I don't feel like DMing him. Lico, you heard Hunty. Come to YouTube. It is a matter of when you have these animals. This is something that I really try to impress on people that not enough people who want an animal understand. Your animal is going to shit on your stuff. Your animal is going to piss on your stuff. Your animal is going to puke on your stuff. Your animal is going to claw your stuff.
It's also going to eat your stuff.
It's going to eat your stuff. Your animal is going to be inconvenient. Your animal is going to make your life difficult sometimes. It's just the way it is. And the reason why I have 16 assholes is because that's 16 times people couldn't handle them. That is 16 times where someone brought this animal to me and said, I don't know what to do with it. It's going to go to the shelter. I can't handle how it's acting. Forcibly removing this newborn animal from its parent only a few days after being born surely couldn't have negative consequences on its behavior. Would have thought. And I get very tired of people saying, I'm blessed my dog does not do that stuff. He is a good boy. Only problem is he has to go pee at 1 a.m. Right. And the thing is, he's a good boy right now. There's going to come a time that he's going to have an accident. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying that to say like he's not a good boy. And exactly, Avery. It's the fact of the matter is, I'm very honest with you guys. Penny has destroyed entire couch sets. She's destroyed entire clothing. She's destroyed electronics. She's destroyed books. She's destroyed shoes purely from her anxiety. And this is not even clawing or chewing. This is purely from her peeing and pooping. And, I've made active choices to not get rid of her because otherwise, as you see, Penny's a perfectly normal and happy cat. Sure, last year he had an accident when he had a guest overexcited and happy to see people. My dog is a good boy. He's just a dumbass. Right. And
is it your end or my end?
What? Uh-oh.
You're breaking up real bad. You started botting real bad. I wasn't sure if it's my end or your end.
It's probably my end because you're perfect.
Why, thank you.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you seem to be okay now. But speaking of perfect, part of the reason you can expect an animal to disbehave is they are no more perfect than any human you know. They will all make mistakes. Everything makes a mistake. It just happens.
Like when I can confidently tell you, Penny's cost me thousands of dollars. And that's not just from when she almost died. And, the thing is, guys, you have to be prepared for that. Rescue is not just beautiful stories and, progress photos. I'm very happy that I inspire some people, but I'm also going to be very honest. When you do this stuff, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for the gross stuff, the nasty stuff. My cat just turned 10 years old and she nearly died 2 years ago. So her anxiety is worse now and she tears up her back end and she pees and poops. Like there were days for quite many years, I would go a week and I would never see Penny. Like I didn't know if she was alive. And it was just because she had to, emotional stuff too. It can get very heavy. Rescue is not for the faint of heart. Veterinarians are the #1 cause of self-deletion. Okay? That is the job that causes the most self-deletion ever. Think about that. Above psychiatry and therapy and doctors, you're more often going to find it in veterinarians.
There's a reason I didn't become one, because I knew I couldn't handle it.
Because the thing is, unlike with people where you can rationalize and you can talk to somebody, a lot of times what you're going to find is you're trying to help something that is terrified and has no idea what's going on. And none of it is its own fault.
And can't talk to you. Can't tell you where it hurts. Can't tell you what's wrong. Can't tell you what feels funny. Can't. It's just like, so I I've talked to you guys about Chloe, and she was a mixed breed that had a really bad abusive family before we got her. She was a great dog up until, I'm out of town one day actually picking up Grace, and Mom noticed that she was kind of acting funny. She wasn't taking her treats, which for that dog was really weird. And so Mom sets up, calls the vet, says, hey, she's not taking her treats. The vet says, okay, I can get her in tomorrow. And Mom leaves in the morning, tells Chloe she'll be back in a bit, comes home, and Chloe's dead on the rug. And she took her, took her to the vet to have him dispose of the body. And he did a necropsy on her and found that her entire bladder was full of bladder crystals. And we didn't know. He didn't know. She'd had a bladder infection once or twice before in her life, but she'd never been so bad that we worried. But yeah.
Thank you, Arcanus. That is it's everyone has a mission in life. I truly feel that. I feel everyone does. There's a reason they're in the world. And you have to find that. You have to follow the path that you were put on. I truly do believe, because again, Horror and I speak all the time. For us, taking care of animals is as easy as breathing. Now, I'm not saying it is an easy task and it doesn't involve work. What I'm saying is it just comes naturally. I can take care of a giant pile of animals. And I've had something similar, which she was talking about. It happens very quickly and it's extremely tough.
It's heartbreaking.
It is, because then you spend the next few years going, what could I have done differently?
And then you notice, you look back, you reflect on the past, and you're like, she was doing this thing that once. Maybe if I had looked into it a little more, maybe she would still be here. Or maybe I could have done something. And at some point, you just have to realize I didn't. And I'm just going to have to live with that. So, does it mean sometimes I worry a little more about the ones that are still alive? Yeah. Especially the older ones. As Tiberius got further on along in life, I think we were starting to take him to the vet every 2 or 3 months because we were worried about something. Right. We were worried that he was in pain. We were worried that he wasn't producing right. We were worried, just about all these things, that he was actually we were more worried he was producing too much, because God, that dog drank that dog was a goddamn cactus. You could fill up the not 5, it's like maybe a 2-gallon water jug, and it would be gone by the next day.
Orion's bad about that. But, it's like, I have that with Penny, because I know some of you know, but we've got some new people. So I talked about Penny almost dying 2 years ago. So in 2021, 2 of my kittens passed away very quickly after getting fixed. They got the only thing that the 3 of them got was Calliope, Bastion, and Atreyu all got giant cysts on them after they got fixed. The boys, Atreyu, the day I found Sunny, that night, out of nowhere, the first night I let all the kittens run around. The boys broke my then monitor I had on this computer, crashed it over, and everyone bolted. I was like, okay, great. So Matthew goes into the bathroom. It's like 1 a.m. I'm sitting there in the living room, minding my own business. About 30 minutes passed from when they crashed the monitor. Starman comes out of the bathroom and he goes, Cass, something's wrong. And I'm like, what? Something's wrong with Atreyu. And Atreyu was stretched out on my bedroom floor, and he had defecated and thrown up, and he was breathing heavy, and he started screaming. Okay? Now, mind you, this had a long time had passed since the crash and everything else, and we rushed him to the emergency vet. At the time, Starman and I this was right when we actually still had some money saved up before Biden really fucked everything up in the economy.
Hey, Dave.
And hi, Dave and Foley. And we rushed him to the emergency vet, and when he got there, he didn't make it. He passed away as they got there. Mind you, this is an 8-month-old cat. Like, there's no reason why this kitten should pass away. So then we consternated. We were trying to figure out what's going on. And everyone said more than likely he had a heart attack. Sometimes kittens' hearts burst because they have so much energy, and it was a big shock. So I was upset, and I was mad at myself for letting them wander around and be free. But I was like, okay, well, I can understand that. I can let that go. Penny, away from those. And I was like, all right, fine. So I finally decided 2 weeks later, I'm out with my remaining kittens. I've got Luna, Bastion, and I've got Calliope all running around. And Bastion runs in, and he makes a similar sound that Atreyu made. He runs in, he jumps up on the bed, and he gets into a little loaf position and goes, hello. Never made that noise before. I was like, oh no. And all of a sudden, he loses use of his legs. At the time, I should have just gone with my first instinct. So I'm pretty sure Bastion would still be alive if I had done it, knowing what I know now about Penny. And then all the same symptoms. And I love my father, but if my father had just been a little quicker, he did not take what I was saying seriously. I tried everything I could to prolong it. Bastion went for about 2 hours at the vet, and then he passed away as well. Now I've got 2 kittens dead from something mysterious. I went over all the symptoms in my head. What was this? What was that? Some mysterious. And this was around the time of Covivi. As you all know, this all happened in 2021. This all happened in November of 2021, right? So now, here's what the symptoms were. Sudden collapse, heavy breathing, tongue turning black. They poo and pee-pee themselves, which is usually the first sign of the body shutting down because it's expelling everything to try to preserve what it has on the inside. And unable to move, lethargy, all that. Months passed. Now it's 2022. I'm sitting in here. It was a Sunday. I was sitting here playing video games, and I hear this one. Now, as you guys know, she's vocal as hell. And I can hear her screaming from the closet. And it wasn't that. She's screaming like she's in heavy distress. Bad distress. So I start digging. Every one of the animals is coming over because they can hear this. I dig through the closet. I find her. I pull her out. I thought she was just being dramatic because she was stuck. I put her down and she collapses. Now, mind you, unlike Atreyu and Bastion, Penny was 7 years old. Penny was fully vaccinated. She'd been fixed. She's lived in this house for years. And the only thing I could piece together was all 3 of these cats were near that closet right before something happened. So that closet has been closed ever since to all the animals, first of all. I've barely opened it since all this happened. So, Penny, away from there. Hey! Bitch. She's starting to mess with something. And, the Penny. See, Choco has been here since the beginning, so she knows what I'm talking about. So when I tell you everything happens for a reason, at the time, Starman and I had turned in a bit of the 401k, so we had a large chunk of money on us. And we rush. I get a call. I call him. I'm like, you need to get home right now. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I need you to get home right now. What happened to the boys is happening to Penny. Well, it just so happened Starman got out of work at that exact moment. We take her. We rush to the vet. It is July. It is hot. And we had to go to the emergency vet. When I get there, I call them on the way. Penny, as you saw, now you saw when I picked her up, she's constantly tense. This cat is constantly in a state of like, don't touch me. My muscles are constantly flexing. When I handed her to the vet, I could have handed them a rag. And I called them on the way. I let them know I was coming. I was coated in her stuff when we got there. You keep me in the basement. And they said that all her organs had shut down. Her tongue was black. All things
Gosh.
happened. They said she was in a coma. And essentially, they told us we were not going to be able to save her. And so I and Starman said, okay, bring the papers. We'll sign them. And I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. I'm going to save the photos. So I said, fine, bring her to, we'll say our final goodbye. And it just so happened the lady there was also named Cassandra. And she was the vet tech on site. So I say to my husband, you know, it sucks. We got to figure out what's wrong. We got to figure out what this was. He agrees. And all of a sudden we start hearing, we hear this screaming. We hear this absolute screaming. And I look at Starman and I go, well, this can't be Penny. And it's getting closer and closer and closer. And as we round the corner, I literally screamed, Penny! Because it was Penny. And they said that they don't know how she survived. This is how they brought her to me. It was her birthday, this lady. This is how they brought her to me. And they said that on her own, she had woken up and she was starting to scream. They said she had been deprived of oxygen and nearly brain dead. They don't know how she lived. And she was sitting there just screaming her head off. But if you look at her face. Where is it? That's her face when she walked in. And as soon as I held her, she shut up. Because we found out, was blind and deaf at this time. She could not walk. She could not see. She could not move. She couldn't hear anything. All she could do was smell. And several $1,000s later, this was, we didn't know how she lived. The only thing we know is because we got her to the oxygen tank in time. So at the time, Starman and I told the vets, run every test. We have the money. I want you to run every test. Look for every poison, every illness, blood disease, anything. It came back clean. They said except for a white blood cell count being up, which is very normal. Which is very normal in a cat that nearly died. Now I want you to look at her, guys. She couldn't do that. She came home. She couldn't stand up. And so it's one of the reasons why I kind of put up with some shit with her, especially. But not mold. There was I checked for that. I checked for fungus. I checked for black mold. I checked for what, baby? I know you want me to leave the room. I checked for everything, guys. I called every veterinary college and university in this country. None of them would advise me, because it's illegal apparently. So I called their morgues. And the morgues could tell me because they couldn't give me any medical advice.
Right.
All of them said they've never heard of this. And I only know of 3 other cats. Sadly, I don't know if Edie's here. Edie, one of her cats passed away very similarly. And 2 kittens. 1 kitten here in my town that did not make it. And 1 kitten somewhere online in 2020. No! Why would you do that to me, Silvar?
Just don't let it in any mud. It'll be fine.
I know. And again, so it's like, you know, it's always been a very, like, I still have no idea what happened. I still have no idea what caused it. I just know that she's my little pissing miracle. And, you know, she's expensive, because I promise you, that's why I did all those commissions. And if any of you wonder, you know, why I did all those commissions back in the day, I had to make up for the cost. And because it was expensive, but I was willing to save her. But yeah, I've got all videos. I've got to go look them up. I've got so many videos of her recovering from that. Atreyu and Bastion survived the movie, but not as pets. So logical. I know. And they were good boys. But what's funny is I say all the time, because I found Bastion on Mother's Day. And it was a particularly hard Mother's Day in 2021. And he was literally the perfect cat. He was amazing. And then when they passed away, you know, I find these three boys on Mother's Day of 2023. And I said to Starman, it's like, oh, don't worry, we'll find them homes, babe. I'm not going to keep them. No. Who would keep 3 more cats? Not me. Not me. And I said, it's weird because Dante reminded me a lot of Bastion, and Atticus reminded me a lot of Atreyu. Then we have Gorian, and I'm like, wonder why we got a third. Gorian is a tuxedo.
Mm-hmm.
What was Zoro? Zoro was alive at the time. I just like, you know, talk about things happening for a reason. Bitch, what are you doing? You better... What is you doing?
Making a mess. That's what she does.
So you guys can't see what's up there. Which is why I don't want her getting up there. There is a windowsill. It is not very deep. Those are plastic, but what's inside of them is glass. I said all these nice things about you. Why you gotta be mean now?
She's a cat.
Don't logic me. Catsandra taking 3 more cats. No, I'm so surprised. How many scratches do you have on that window? None. Because I got the whatchamacallit. Now, you want to talk about my arm. I've got scars everywhere. Like, I've got puncture wounds right here. Got all punctured. You can see just one of them right there. I got a lot. Why would you put glass on in plastic, you stupid? Because the plastic will absorb the fall. And the glass, the little, strunk. But yeah, I've got like tons. Just on this hand alone. Let me see. You can see right there is a burn mark from work. I've got a nail went into my hand right there. Puncture wounds right over here. You see them right there. I got puncture wounds. See the bump right there. I have a lot of scars. You look tired, lady. You about as bad as I listen. Little Yolk. I'm bad.
She's awful. She really is.
I have a lot. And that's not including, okay, let's just for PG. I've got there. I've got scars all down there, scars all down here. Oh yeah.
She likes showing off.
I see now, I don't do tattoos except for the ones in the back of the neck because I can't see them. She's a waffle confirmed. It's 2 a.m. for her, right? It's 2 a.m. for me. For her,
It's 2 a.m. for her. It's midnight for me.
Hey, Mom, random question. Do you art fight? I don't even know what that means.
Careful there, the Twitch police will come. Yeah, fuck the police.
I like how she went, challenge me. See, that's not how it usually happens, Arcanus. I don't know how she gets her scars. Whatchamacallit. I don't know how she gets her scars. Typically, mine happen with like, here, let me move you out of this location, and then somebody ends up barking, or a loud sound happens. For instance, this one, Sinbad, just got a hair across his ass. He wanted me to pick him up. I picked him up, and then he heard a noise and went, Pyong!
Yeah, my cats don't bite or scratch me very often at all. The one time, so there was this time a while back, that Alex was just acting weird. He wasn't jumping right. And so it's like, shit, I need to take him to the vet. So I get him a vet appointment. I pick him up. I'm walking to his carrier, and this cat, who has never in his life bit anybody, attacked anybody, scratched anybody, leapt. I'm not kidding you. He leapt out of my arms and chomped on my hand on his way there. I mean, he full on bit me, and it hurt
so much,
so bad. I'm not even 100% positive he meant to bite me, but he bit me and it hurt. And so then he ran off and hid because he was in so much pain. He had fallen or something and hurt his back. And so I had to pull him out. He was under, thankfully, the places he hides are were pretty predictable. So he would go up under, have a washer and dryer on pedestals. So you pull the drawer out, there he is in the dryer. In order to get him in his crate, I had to take him out of there. I had to put him in a pillowcase. And then put the pillowcase in the crate. And then I pulled the pillowcase out and zipped him up. And that
was like slated through the little door.
Yeah, there was no getting him in there because it's the only time in his entire life my dog will, and I am not kidding you. Okay, that sucks. Yeah,
my dad did this.
I haven't done that.
In the middle of telling us how we should be responsible when using a mandolin.
See, I use
I'm gonna cut myself.
I use the hand guard, so that doesn't happen. Well, I almost always do. Okay, so I have cut myself on the mandolin a few times, but I didn't slide my hand all the way across it. It's usually something else.
No, the thumb stopped it.
I was zesting something the other day and just barely caught my thumb.
Oh, and right there on the knuckle.
Yeah, right there on the knuckle. And I was so pissed because I don't remember what I was cooking because I was cooking. I think I was making kolache is what I was doing. So I was making my kolache and I just caught my thumb and I was so pissed. Because after that, I needed to knead the dough. And if you've ever tried to knead dough with a Band-Aid on, it doesn't work. But you don't want to be putting blood all up in the dough. I was so pissed.
So, two things. One, what happened with Alex happened to me. So, like, where is it? So, see right here. So, there's this scar. It's hard to see now. Right here.
I don't think I even have a scar from it.
My mom's cat Shadow. We were in the home in Rhode Island, and I was carrying her from the basement, and I believe it was my brother who done fucked up. He turned on the vacuum right behind me.
Oh, that's just mean.
And I don't think he realized I had, or I don't think he intended for this to happen. So she pulled out this Matrix pinwheel move. And if you can see it, I don't know how well you can. There's a line. Where is it? I gotta find it. It's It's quite a few years old now. Starts right here, and it moves down the arm all the way to here. And she got me across the chest. That bled like a stuck pig. I've got my oldest scar. It's right here. Right there. That's from Starlight when I was 9. These are some new ones. There's one from Zorro right here. This is the Hendrix one right here. I've had Orion make claw marks down my back, and I just found out I have a bruise. I didn't realize I was bruised. I was like, ow, where did this come from? I got stuck in my garage door once. And so on this shoulder, it was between my mom's Toyota, or was it her Peugeot? It was either the Peugeot, the Renault, or the Toyota. I can't remember. It was a red car. Okay. And somebody did not realize I was standing there. How, I don't know. And they put the garage door down.
Uh-oh.
And I got stuck. And it scratched and dug all along my back. So I had this like shooting star scar for a while. As you can see, a lot of my scars get very faded. That's one benefit of having eczema and psoriasis, is your skin reproduces really fast. So scars don't last very long. So like the only scar, where is it? There's only one scar on my face. Because I've had my face cut by animals too. Right here. You can't see it. There's a dent in my face. It's one cut. I've been bitten in the face. I've been cut in the face. I've fallen on my face. Had a lot of damage. Not as bad as my dad. The worst I've done, if you look, you can see my middle finger tilts the wrong direction.
Oh gosh.
I broke this finger, and if you look, my ring finger tilts a little too far in. I broke this finger. And I came very close. See, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I cut up I nearly broke my ankle. And if you look, you can see the veins from the absolute damage I did to it. I couldn't walk on that ankle for years. Like, I had to be very careful. That was the first cut in me being able to wear high heels, because that ankle, especially when this happened in 2010, I would be randomly walking around and then it would just give out. And I just crumpled to the floor, like out of nowhere. And that ankle stayed swollen for quite some time. It only has just very recently started going down. I'm just a walking scar. My dad's worse. My dad's way worse. I broke my left hand 3 times. I both sympathize and empathize with you, Star. I think my oldest scar is from when we had our pupper. She was a Doberman pincher. And I was riding a small motorbike my parents got for me because they were super into it. She knocked me off on the motorbike. Oh, speaking of what you were talking about with the zester.
Oh, yeah, I just, that was the thing on the thumb.
Yeah, I got one for you. The first time I decided to shave my toe, because everyone said you should do it. Do you want to know what I did wrong?
You shaved your toe?
Listen, I wanted to exfoliate. There was baby hairs anywhere I wanted to get them off. Well, what I did was what you're supposed to do, guys. If you have hair and you're supposed to shave it, you don't do this.
No.
And drag the razor over the knuckle that's bent.
I mean, one, shaving your toes just sounds dumb in my opinion.
Then I added on to it.
Oh God, you kept going?
It didn't occur to me at first what was happening. And so it kind of like caught and kept.
Oh God.
So I had like this little beds of blood in my toe. And I was like, as soon as I did it, I was like, why is it hurt? Woo! And then it's just like blood everywhere. And so.
No.
I know this now. I didn't know 20 years ago when I did it.
If you're gonna do that shit, don't shave. Just wax. Just seriously, the nice wax feels warm. It's right on your toes, so it's not gonna be that bad. And just right off.
Oh my gosh! So No one told me that shaving was supposed to be, and I ended up taking off the top layer. Did you use a straight blade? Like, yoke. Yoko. Yoke 0. What device were you using? Lies. I tried waxing my arms once again.
You're a man. You're a wimp.
Let me tell you something. My mother took me to get my armpits waxed once.
I've done that.
Okay. So it was a straight razor. How did I know? How did I know?
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That'll do it. You know what? After the skin graft, I bet you felt great.
Hey, Sydney.
My mother took me to get my underarms waxed. Now, not to be gross, but if anyone knows how you do it, you have to let the hair grow. My mother didn't tell me
That is step 1. Yeah.
That's step 1. So, to begin with, my hair wasn't quite long enough. On top of that, apparently my hair is very silky. And when you got really silky hair, it's really hard for the wax to stick to it.
Yep.
And so all I got was the first layer of skin ripped off. And
Waxing's a very good exfoliator. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the burning was fantastic. I was 17. And I said to my mother, because I remember exactly where it was. It was a little waxing place next to the post office in my town. And I looked at her, I said, I'm never doing that again. And so I was like, you can't pay me enough. Hand me the razor. And
hey, Beast. Good to see you.
now, as I'm elderly and married, I may be willing to let it grow to ungodly lengths so that I can have it all ripped out of my skin.
You don't want to look at the people. Look at the people. Let people see your face.
Baby.
Look.
The baby. Look at that mop.
Look at you, funny little.
Show me that back. I want to see that back.
Oh, here.
Look at that. That clean black back.
What?
I had laser. Wait, what? I had laser hair removal on my face, and it worked, but it didn't go back for the annual appointment. And so, yeah, I need to buy a laser remover for myself. I had a friend telling me how she had got her asshole waxed, and I was like, well, that sounds like an experience.
No. If someone has a problem with the hair on my asshole, they're just gonna have to live with it.
I was like, I appreciate that for you. I don't think I'll be joining you. But you know what? That sounds very liberating. See, for me, when I waxed my legs the first time I tried Brazilian, it was 3 hours where I carefully shaved wax out of the affected area.
Okay, I'm gonna tell this story.
Do
I
it.
haven't told anybody this story. So, once upon a time when I was married, I decided that I didn't want to pay anybody to wax my personal area.
I could DIY that.
So, they sell the wax at the store, and I even better, they have the wax without the strips. So you can get the wax without the strips, and it'll be, just so easy. I do it I have them do it there all the time. It can't be that bad. My husband said he's going to help. We're good to go. You get the wax on, it solidifies, and that man, oh my God, he absolutely could not just grab it and rip. He just could not. And I, in my eternal wisdom, had decided to put it all over the area, not just a small strip or something, but everywhere. No. Why would I do something like that? That would have been smart. No, instead we went all over the area. And yeah, I don't remember how we finally got it off. But it obviously eventually it was. I don't recommend doing that at all. Yeah, do not recommend. Don't try this at home. Leave it to the professionals. And don't believe somebody when they say they'll pull the wax off for you.
Was this about 2017? I think I heard the screaming from here.
No. That would have been 2004. Yeah, 2004.
That's what causes tsunami.
Yeah.
The tears and screaming from that clip ruined her. No, let me tell you something. I feel like I would have been that level of overconfident. And thankfully, my husband, though, is not. And my husband would straight up tell me, Cassie, you can do this, but you're doing it alone. And I can hear him. I can hear my husband say that now. I'm not doing that. Oh no, you're doing it on your own. Because he don't want to get rid of. Never mind, that's gonna be too gross. But I mean, I can't trust someone to do a countdown, let alone rip. 20 years that you never got a life-changing experience. That's beast mode.
Yeah, 20 years ago. Oh my God, was it that long ago?
Oh God. Again, life-changing experience.
Yeah. Well, no. I definitely learned my lesson. If you want something like that done, absolutely consult a professional.
And I've got friends that go and get that done, and they say it's very nice.
It is.
And I want to. I do. Part of me is not willing to put all the biddies on display. The other part of it is I don't trust people to be clean, because you can get. I've heard the horror stories too.
Well, and if you get someone who uses the wax too hot or blah blah blah, there's a bunch of things that can potentially go wrong. But technically, that's true anytime you go somewhere and have any kind of service done, like your hair or your nails or anything like that. So,
well, that's why I only go to one lady for my hair, and I do my own nails. I don't trust nobody. I've learned. I mean, if you ever do it, just make sure it isn't a 7-year-old doing.
Oh God, that story.
What story?
Oh my God, there was this lady in, I don't remember, somewhere down south.
The TikTok video. Yes. I understand you want your kid to learn early. Not that early. I'm just. Yo, what was leftover 90s wax too? That was gangsta wax. The eyes at me right now in the break room. I still have you on.
Well, hopefully it's a very relaxed workplace.
Dear Avery's coworkers, please make sure if you're going to wax your biddies, have a professional do it. Because otherwise you will be waddling for a month and crying for 2 decades later.
Don't trust a man to pull the wax. Just don't.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It is a sickness. Happy late night stream watching, right? You know, nothing screams happiness like hot wax being ripped off your nethers. But
I like it on my legs. It feels good on my legs.
I feel like, so every time I've watched somebody go and get waxed, I feel like I can agree. Karina's D&D, y'all are menaces. Whatchamacallit? I feel like it's different for your legs. The skin is different. It's actually not as sensitive.
Yeah.
You have a lot more nerve endings in your nethers than you do in your legs. And I agree. I think you ask me right now, I'd be happy to go and wax them. I would not be happy to go and wax my pits, my arms, or my nitties. I just and stay far away from the a-hole. No, that's a no-go.
You see, I'm perfectly happy having my my armpits waxed. I very much enjoyed it.
I just as soon go hunting in the jungle. Ironically, I'm so used to hearing convos like this being raised, but right.
Yeah. Avery's cool.
Well, see, my coworker, Honest Tom, that's partly why I will talk about anything around him. I'm like, I want to make sure whatever ashy bitch comes at you, we've already trained you for whatever it is.
You're already scarred, so she can't do much to you.
She can't do much to you. You're already scarred. You've already learned your lesson, and you've already given her a what for. Waxing just doesn't sound fun. Like it seems like the kids Peeling Band-Aids. See, again, there's a difference. There's peeling Band-Aids and then there's peeling Band-Aids. Like, there is a difference.
I mean, the first couple times you get it done, it might hurt a little extra. And honestly, I find it hurts a little more right around my ankles. But the rest of the leg, I mean, it might... Of course, then again, I'm not the best person to actually tell you if it hurts or not, because I can also sit for 9 hours for a tattoo. So
I can't sit for 10 seconds in a tattoo. I screamed the whole way through. It hurt.
Yeah. I have a very nice Studio Ghibli tattoo on my leg that was 9 hours of work. And I did that in one straight stretch.
Oh God, I've only done it once. It was a nightmare. The children were running around, and when I finally had my legs spread open and I saw a kid just opening the curtain, I was stunned.
Yeah, thankfully I never went to a place like that. Mine always had closed, like they had doors that closed. Very adult salons.
See, I need to redo my tattoo, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I want to. The woman was too stunned to speak. Whatchamacallit?
Baby.
Like, I need to update it to have a cardinal and a blue jay on it, but I have to design it first, and then I've got to be willing to sit down to do it.
Well, and in fairness, the spot you picked for it is probably one of the more sensitive spots.
See, everyone told me it's one of the least sensitive spots.
They lied to you. The closer the bone is to the surface, the worse it's going to be.
Well, see, I'm lucky.
The fat won't really help. I hate to break it to you because it's still closer to the surface than other places. That's part of why all my tattoos are on my forearms and my calves. I did a lot of research before I got my first tattoo. I did a lot.
Read the screen.
It's an awkward gentleman. I always It's okay. I'm actually half tempted because I don't know if you can tell, but somebody got a bath and a shave.
And a pretty little sweater.
Yeah, it's -5 out. So a nice little sweater helps her.
Yeah.
So she was a little short, but she's also been licking her hand in a lot, which she's about to go into heat. So
and I thought she was out of heat.
No, she hasn't properly started yet.
Oh.
So I started wrapping Rudy like extra early because I wanted to make sure there was absolutely no chance whatsoever. But at the same time, I think that she might. So when you trim a dog, you usually trim up their genitals. I'm a little worried I might have trimmed her a little close and irritated her.
Poor thing.
Backside.
And you're -5 because she in the mountains, Avery.
Is it -5 or what is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I lied. It's 4 degrees.
Oh.
It's on the positive side of 0.
Wow.
I don't want kisses.
What you doing?
Now you look offended.
What? Yeah, okay.
Mom, if you're watching, yes, Rudy's wrapped. For some reason, my phone won't let me send you a text.
Ew. Probably the snow.
No.
Seriously.
It's weird. I don't know why. How did Ship feel after all that care? Oh, you mean the No, Sheep won't let me cut his hair. He keeps being upset that I'll use the same clippers that I use on the dogs.
I mean, it gets a close shave.
Very close. I mean, look at this belly.
Exactly.
Look at the belly. Oh, the pink belly.
What? Nip Nop's ready for service. But that's negative in SI units. I don't know what that means.
I think he means South Indies. I don't know.
Oh. Right. Whatchamacallit though? Ow, you son of a whore. My knees. I'm old and I hurt. Whatchamacallit though? No, I plan to do it at some point when I'm braver. But it's like, you know, the thing is, if you wait a long time in between, so it's just like if you get your eyebrows and your lip waxed, no matter what, it's going to hurt. Although I do think getting it threaded hurts more. But
I've never tried that.
oh, threading is great. Like, you feel clean. You feel like, you know how after waxing you feel you feel the bits of fabric, you feel the oils and the wax. You don't got that problem with threading. Threading, they get every peach fuzz, every baby fur, because what they do is this bitch like takes one, puts the thread, puts it between her toe or something. She gets another one, she put it there between her mouth. Then she's got both fingers. And what they do is, so if you ever taken 2 bits of thread and you twisted them, guys, right? And you roll it and you've rolled it over your arm and it pulls at the arm hairs, that's what they do to you. And what they do is they roll it across your eye, they roll it this way and they roll it down. Now, if you got a really good threader, she'll get you down to the millimeter. And I've had that. They'll go all the way up in there. They'll go all the way around here. They'll go all the way down here. I'll tell you what. First time I had it done was Vegas. That's how I like to get my shit done now. Because when they do it, oh, you come out so fucking fresh. So fresh and so clean. You look super fly. Now where I will never get threaded. You ain't threading my asshole. You ain't threading my nethers. No. Bitch, what's your tail going up for, huh? Nope. That is a lack of entry. Thank you. Goodbye. Threading, I don't agree, Yoke. I think threading is far, in terms of facial waxing, I would do threading over it. I would do waxing over shaving everywhere else if I could. I as far as I know, you can. I don't know why you would.
I mean, I've known people who actually have their legs plucked.
Penny, leave those wires alone. I probably might have to get out of here soon because she's like looking for something to fuck up just so I'll get out of here. Like, yeah. She's making the same. I'm gonna show you guys. So she keeps coming behind me over here, then walking across those, then right over here. Those are all the wires for the LEDs. And she keeps pawing at them, which means she probably wants to pee on them. Now she's over there.
Hey.
Getting a
You
drink.
don't belong up there.
Making her way all the way around again. People are so weird. Getting your legs plucked. Imagine, like, and plucked means they're going like
with the tweezers, yeah.
Which, I mean, how much would that cost? That's a tedious task.
Some people are just fucking weird.
You know what? I have nothing to say to that. Because you're right. There's just some things. Why in Sam's hell would you do that? That's the only way you can say that shit. That's the only way you can say it. But here's what I will tell you. I think we're getting to the goofy stage of nighttime. And I did kind of promise Chaco that I wouldn't stay on that late. And it is 2:23. And I've got a stream tomorrow. So, my darling, why don't you lead us out?
All right. Well, I will be. Oh, no, wait. Wednesday, I don't believe there's a midweek hump this week. So I will probably be streaming more Nightingale. Huh? Oh, so there is a midweek hump this week. There's not one next week. I have my weeks reversed. That's okay. So we have one this week. But still, on Thursday, I will be beginning to read The Shadow over Innsmouth, which is by H.P. Lovecraft, for my Thursday reading nights. Friday, I will be playing Nightingale. No, they're still reading Thursday. I just said that. Well, then again, you're probably on a delay. So reading Thursday, gaming Friday, gaming Saturday. That will be Neverwinter Nights with Darylyn and everybody. Then this Sunday, we are starting. This will be episode 1, our first actual session of D&D together with me, Darylyn, Sheep, and some other people. It's an experimental thing. We're working on a number of things, so do stop by and listen to the chaos. And then right on Monday, as always, I'll be back here with my dear friend Starsan, and we will hang out and talk about everything wonderful, especially furry animals like this little bitch right here.
Is this what the kids do?
I think that's right. I'm not good at it. And Grace, I'm still talking. Whatever. Stupid dog. What else was I going to say? Can I see
My
your
member
member chat? Yeah, I don't know. What member chat? Hold on. Yeah.
Thumbs together, Arch. Thumbs together.
Thumbs together at the bottom, I think.
No. This is from the millennials. This is
There it is. Aw, Metastep. Thank you. Sorry, Metastep. I was in the other thing. But yes, he has sent his membership for 1 month that he loves this cult, even though there is no cult. Absolutely no cult. I promise.
No, there's no cult.
Nope. We are, as I keep telling people, we are a voluntary association that happens to get together occasionally, and just because we perform the occasional ritual or something doesn't make us a cult.
We don't even have the knives out today.
No.
Lamb.
Thank you, Meta. I appreciate that, and thank you. I do want to say to my members, those of you who are members on my channel, thank you so much for being members. I genuinely and deeply appreciate it. And I'm working on the credit roll to put all your names at the ends of my streams. That's the word I wanted. Yes, Cult of the Lamb is a very fun game.
Oh God! Well, as for me, I'm trying to get a video out this week, guys. You'll see me tomorrow at noon, unless I get distracted, and you might see me at some point tomorrow. Otherwise, I am trying to get stuff together. Every time I start to get everything together, things keep getting discombobulated. My boss is going away to another country for a whole month. So guess who's in charge of the whole restaurant while she's gone? And as a result, I have to do some stuff to make sure I keep up with that. But I am working on artwork. I am trying to reconstruct stuff. And so you should see me either next week on Mother to Smothered. You will definitely see me back week on Monday with my lovely Hara and Marata for the StarMorata Animal Show. And then again next week on Tuesday. Otherwise, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking part. We talked mostly about animals today.
We did a good job.
I think we did. You know what? I think next we should be very, very proud. Trying to pull an Avery and set the kitchen on. I've already done that.
You set the kitchen on fire, Avery?
Avery, I did it when I was 14. And
I did have the fire department show up once, but nothing was on fire. I just burned the fish.
The accents come out of nowhere. Metastep, I don't even know. Especially when I'm this tired. You're going to get anything I desire. Anyways, so remember to get your animals spayed or neutered. Remember that if you need to vaccinate them for the proper vaccines, get those done. Remember to tell people that are important to you, they love them to be safe. So, which way? This way.
Yeah, see, I always test right before you say it, so I know.
They don't suspect a thing. Horror.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Be safe.
You too.
I'm telling to my TV.
That's okay. I'm telling it to my other monitor.
Good night, everyone. We love you.
Bye.